Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello!
Hi.
Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We are here, we are playing the premiere Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, our short 10-episode, maybe 12-episode series. You are joining us here tonight for episode 38, I believe. So we're well on track. It's all going splendidly. We are super excited to jump back in. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we were last on. We had a few players out last week, and I was out the week before that with my new job, unfortunately. But we are here. We are raring to go. We have an apology tonight from Dragon, who just isn't.
She didn't apologise.
She didn't apologise. We don't have an apologise. Sorry, yeah. Dragon's not here tonight. We don't have an apology. I will play the character of Tilla tonight. Maybe Archie will push her off.
The message said Dragon is out.
She did speak about herself in the third person. That is true. Yeah. That's a fact, which we will unpick psychologically later. I think we'll figure out what's going on there. A lot to read into. But yeah, I will absolutely give her a fatigue and the condition shithouse. And she can enjoy that and take that as a mark.
I think she should have guilty.
Guilty. I don't think she is, though. That's the problem. So I think shithouse. Shithouse is far more objective. It's not how you feel. It's just how you are. So we have a really good, thorough recap to get us back in. I know it's been a little bit since we were last on. What's been happening since we last played Avatar Legends? Thank you everybody who's been watching the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough that I've been doing with Foxtrot and Tricking and other various members of the community who have joined me. It has been loads and loads of fun playing a Bard-only playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. We obviously called it Bard to the Bone. It has been really, really fun. Bards are obviously the best character class, and how Baldur's Gate 3 is meant to be played. If you think that is incorrect, then you need to go and watch and see how unbelievably powerful we are as an all-Bard party. We've only TPK'd like couple of times, so it's been fine. It's been fun. It's been fine. I took Swords Bard and Hexblade Warlock combo so that I could be our front line. We've got a Rogue Swords Bard so that we could have another hidden front line. We've got Lore Bard Wizard multi-class, which is very, very mad, very multiple ability score dependent. And then we've had other people come in as Glamour Bard, as all sorts of fun stuff coming in and joining us for little extra things. And then we've been having Shadowheart fill out the healer tank role when we're in too much trouble, and it's just been the three of us. It's been loads and loads of fun. So absolutely, go check that out if you haven't had a chance to already. In other news, and this is definitely more tailored for the Avatar crew, I know a lot of you are also fans of the Wandering Village, the Studio Ghibli-esque colony survival city builder. They've just released the last major story update. I will be doing a recorded playthrough and chucking it up on YouTube. What I'd love to know, though, and if you can let me know in the comments below, do you like the full form video where I keep it mostly as it is? I don't make too many changes or edits or things like that. Or would you prefer if I kind of condensed it a bit and kept it a bit more sort of like, like a bit faster, a bit more punchy, and we sort of see the major events as we go along and keep it a bit more brief? Let me know what you'd prefer, because I'm happy to do either, and I've got to record the footage regardless. But yeah, if you think it'd be a fun change of pace, I'm absolutely up for giving it a go. I think it'd be fun. That's all the fun news. Just do both.
Label one long form and one highlights.
I did do that with the Lego builds, and everyone watched the highlights. So I did get that was. I guess there was some
people might like
there.
the long form of like seeing you.
No, that's true. That's true. Fuck up.
Long form's good, but you just need to but long form's good. But I know the Let's Plays I enjoy watching nowadays, even if it's like 2-3 hours long and all that, like they're still long, but they'll speed up things where it like slows down a little bit. You're like, I'll just zoom it past there. Like you don't need to watch that and just zoom it past. I like that stuff like that. It's all you need. Like still long, but just speed up the boring bits, if that makes sense.
You could even do like the and like just actually speed it up. Don't cut it, just like speed it up and make
just fast forward it.
Yeah, fast forward through the boring parts.
We could do that. Okay. Yep.
That way you don't actually miss anything.
That's true. It's a really good point.
Exactly.
Done. All right, done. So I'll get to work on that ASAP as well. I'm really fighting the urge to replay The Witcher 3 for like the 10th time. I saw a little thing come up, a whole bunch of updated mod packs that are on Nexus, a really cool collection with like 300 fucking mods, and it just looks so good. And I saw it on YouTube. Now I want to go play The Witcher 3 again, and I'm like, I can't keep playing The Witcher 3 for all time.
No, you can, and you should.
To do other things. I need to do other things. Tank Hunter, I haven't had a chance to check my mailbox today. Sorry, mate. It's been a big old day. I will go check it out tomorrow for sure.
That sounds like a threat.
No, I think I've been sent. I think I've been sent something really lovely. I think if I'm picking up on environmental clues, I think I've been sent a dice tray.
What?
So I will have to go check that out, and I'll make sure it appears on the stream. You think it's a bomb?
That's most definitely a bomb.
His name is Tank Hunter. It makes
sense. Anti-tank mine.
I'm now starting to realize the danger that I'm in.
Like towards enemy.
That's it. Yeah, this end towards enemy. That's it exactly. All right, let's do our recap and let's jump into the session. We do actually have a level up that we will be going through with the characters. I'll go through the growth questions, but we kind of do them a little bit differently to how it is rules as written for Avatar Legends. So they are getting the level up anyway. But let's go through, let's do the recap, and let's jump on it. Except for Archie, he actually has to answer the questions. All right, let's go do our recap. Let's jump in. It has been 3 years since the false Avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true Avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Yokoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the Avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and not tonight, Tilla from the Siwang Oasis. Having joined forces with some pirate hunters and Avatar Kyoshi, the group have brought the bounties from the pirates back to the Southern Water Tribe, along with the disgraced son of the chief of Wolf Cove. However, things quickly went south, the chief fully aware of his son's activities with the Fifth Nation and turning on the group. With the situation looking dire, some of the team chose violence, a combination of airbending and explosives ending the life of the chief and the team's friendship with his son Sonak. After spending some time sourcing furs and food to replace those that had been lost to the pirates, the team was surprised to find they had been tracked down by a group almost more diverse than themselves. These newcomers, introducing themselves as Rosalie, Jai, Randall, and Rhinor, seemed to be seeking both the group and the Avatar, under orders from Rangi to accompany them all back to Yokoya. With the party's ship needing repair after being scuttled, which also freed their pirate prisoner Crake, who escaped in the chaos, the team had to remain a little longer in Wolf Cove while it was repaired. Keeko decided to use this time to speak with Sonak, hoping to patch things up between him and his friend before he departed the Southern Water Tribe waters. Sonak was obviously distressed and in grief, acting out when he arrived, but Keiko's words helped to calm him down, the two sharing an emotional moment, remembering what they had been through and what was to come in the future for them both. Meanwhile, the brothers Ted and Jedd had been tracked down by Sayan, their airbending master, who had learned what had happened at the Longhouse with the chief, and in response banished both brothers from the air temples, only hours after lifting Jedd's ban. Catching up with the newcomers again, this time with Kyoshi, the team learned they were a secret sect of the White Lotus, dedicated to protecting the Avatar from unseen threats, calling themselves the Black Orchid. The recent events that had resulted in the party sidetracking to Little Island with the Avatar had triggered the Black Orchid to be dispatched, and they were keen to ensure Kyoshi was safely returned to Yokoya as soon as possible. While they were chatting, Lilly decided to use her spiritual connection to call out to Tomiko, hoping to warn her of the interest the Black Orchid was showing, but instead accidentally contacted Commander Eskar of the, and I've had to quickly change the name, the Daiji Liang, after we learned that there were 2 secret societies and police that Avatar Kyoshi set up that got corrupted by the Earth Nation. Commander Eskar of the Daiji Liang, learning that she had been hunting Lilly. Attempting to break off the connection, Lilly was unfortunately too late to prevent Commander Eskar from seeing Ted, Jedd, Kyoshi, and the members of the Black Orchid. With the whole team now ready to depart in the newly repaired boat, the group met back at the docks and departed Wolf Cove, accompanied by the members of the Black Orchid they had already met, and a final member of their team, Akemi, a young firebender woman. The departure from the docks wasn't fully without incident, however, Keeko noticing and tracking down a spy, and using a combination of gold and threatening to cut his throat, Keeko was able to prevent him from sending information about the group out of Wolf Cove to Ba Sing Se and the Anti-Corruption Task Force, the Daiji Liang. Meanwhile, Lilly attempted to open the box that she and Keeko had stolen from the black marketeer. However, some bad luck and a half-shared plan resulted in Ted pushing Lilly into the water while the box smashed open onto the dock. With the contents of the box ruined by their previous dunking in a bath by Keeko, the team faced a few hard questions as to its state, but were able to successfully bluff their way through. During their journey across the waves, Akemi sought Lilly out to ask some questions about Tomiko and Laoge, clearly aware of the connection to her. Once again, deception and lies came to the rescue, Lilly able to convince the firebender she didn't know too much about the duo. However, she did show off the stone dagger Tomiko had given her, which Akemi immediately recognized from the murder of a Fire Nation diplomat. We left off last session as the boat sailed through the night, arriving in the warmer waters as the sun began to rise. And we're going to jump back in with the growth and level up. So normally at this point, we would go through a series of questions, specific role book? I guess it is technically a role book, specific playbook questions, as well as general questions that you all answer as a group as to your activities and what you've been up to. Do you want to go through the group questions first? Because I know that we have answered most of these anyway, but we'll go through the group questions first, and then do you want to go through your individual books one by one? We won't level up Dragon yet, or ever, because she's no. We will level her up when she joins us next week. How does that sound? Does that sound good? How we want to do it?
I think if she's not here, she doesn't get a level up.
That's pretty
I
harsh.
think she gets a minus.
You think she loses a level? Man, that's harsh.
For attendance.
But the people have spoken, and unfortunately, in this one specific instance, I'm going to decide we're a democracy, and then as soon as this decision has been made, we're back to being an autocracy, where I am in charge. So
she loses 1 fatigue permanently. Easy done. Okay.
That's. You mean like loses a box that she can mark with fatigue?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was going to say
that's how I took it at least.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Like just one, and then she can just get it back.
She can never get knocked down because she's always got a
extra one.
Yeah. Alrighty. So first things first. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? Yeah, for sure. Multiple times over. Times over. You learned about the Black Orchid. You learned about their role with the Avatar with Yokoya. You learned about what had been happening with the chief of the Water Tribe since the last growth question. Yes, Archie? You learned that you've been banished. Yep.
Me and Jedd also learned that we're no longer allowed in the air temple.
You did learn that you're no longer allowed in the... Yep, that's very, very true. Yeah, I mean, you learned that there are a group of Ba Sing Se secret police after you called the Daiji Liang. That's pretty significant. Oh, actually, I'd love to get a vote on this in chat. So I know last time we called them the Daiji Liang because that was a direct conversion for like secret police, but it is also too close to Daili, and I'm pretty sure where they got Daili from. I had another idea for the name, and I want to get your feedback on it. So I'm happy to retcon this whenever we need. But the other name that I came up with that I really liked. Give me 2 seconds while I find it again. Oh no! Oh no! Can't find it now. That's right. I'll find it later. I think it was. Here we go. I've got it. Fubai, which is Chinese for corrupt. And I wondered if the Fubai was actually a pretty cool name for the secret police, and it directly, or the anti-corruption task force, and it directly translates to corrupt, or like corruption in Chinese. What do we reckon? It's on the nose. It's a bit more different from Dai Li. I'm happy to make the change to Fubai.
I don't like Fubai.
Done. Fubai it is.
I think it's less of a mouthful than
done.
Dai
Ji Liang.
Liang.
Fubai. They are the Fubai. Done. That is it. It's the Fubai from now on.
Yeah,
it has always been the
one.
Fubai. I have erased. I'm gonna like redub every single episode, so it just says you see me go Fubai as you watch the episode. I'm gonna dub myself. That's quite funny. I'm trying to find where else I had written Dai
Doing
Li.
a real robotic voice though.
Bree, why are you
Fubai.
acting like he's actually going to do it?
I'm not gonna do it.
Fubai.
I'd have to upload shit.
Because
I'm
it would be
joking.
funny.
Yeah,
But I'd
but
lose
you
all
know,
the
but-
we'd lose all the views
Owen's
and
not for
stuff
the
on
bit.
things. We're not doing that. Okay, so it is the Fubai. Okay,
No
so
commitment to the bit.
no commitment to the bit. The next question: did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? This one's a tricky
What if
one.
we are
'cause-
the dangerous threat?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the threat. I guess the threat you're solving and the problem that you're fixing is you are leaving Wolf Cove now. So technically,
Yeah. They're welcome.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, the situation with the chief wasn't great. Did he deserve death? I think objectively we can all agree no. I don't think many people deserve death. That's a pretty harsh punishment, mate. Capital punishments are pretty rough.
Himself, though.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I have this weird thing where I think capital punishment's a bit fucked personally. So I don't know, but
Hot take.
hot take.
I think
know.
you're alone on that one. Yeah.
Pretty isolated. Yeah. It's hard being so left of center, right? With these hot takes. Yeah. So did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? Yes, I think you did. I think the situation
Community
with like handing in the bounties for the bandits, although you also unleashed Crake, technically unleashed Crake again on the world. So
That's
I'm
not
gonna
true.
I'll give this one a
random
yes.
kids did.
Well, you think they did. You're actually not sure.
They broke a hole in our boat.
Did
Just
they?
saying.
You've made that assumption.
Yeah, I have, and we're sticking to it.
Okay. The other question. So, look, I do agree that I think you did stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem. Did you guide a character towards balance or end the session at your center?
Yes, I actually did. I actually am on center.
Nice.
So
And
what if I'm no?
that's okay. You remember, you just have to say yes to a number of them, not all of them.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
How many more
next,
questions do we have?
there's your playbook questions now. So we'll go through your playbook questions one by one. So.
I think you helped guide me towards center at one point by engaging in a bad habit with me, because that allowed me to tip towards friendship.
Does that guide you towards center?
It guides me towards friendship, so if I'm on the other side, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because if I do it by myself, I go towards survival.
So technically that would be towards center. That's very true.
Thank you.
Technically.
Because, yep, that would have been real bad.
I'm sure at some point you have indulged in a bad habit with me.
Oh,
probably.
100%. Yes. No. Most
So,
definitely.
let's go through Archie. You look like you're raring and ready to go with your growth question. What is your specific playbook growth question?
Yes, hello, hi.
Hello.
Did you express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching?
You did thank Master Sayan a number of times for his help.
Yeah,
Technically, he was a
until
companion for a while until he then rebanished. Well, until he
Until
banished
he-
you and rebanished Jedd.
Until he betrayed our trust.
Like it did happen, and then it just was null and void.
It did
happened.
still happen, though. I would still count that off. And I think we've also seen you working well with the team. It's been in the spirit of that question.
Yeah,
have
me,
you?
me and Keeko work really well together.
It's true.
Yeah.
Keeko,
Yeah.
what is your growth question?
Did you help a companion find wording of that feels weird. Did you help a companion find a significant success with their issues or lead the group in finding a significant collective success?
He helped me when I got kicked out.
I don't know,
When
he
he got
fucked
kicked
my
out.
box up, so
Ew, blah.
that did happen, yes, but also helps the chief's son not murder himself.
Did he get it all
so
wet?
I
Did
think-
he, Bree? Did he get your box all
Oh
wet?
my god, don't go that direction.
I was trying to steer it away.
Thank you. Yes, we're having an adult conversation here, children.
Trust me,
But
my brain
genuinely,
was
that is what
fucking at it
happened.
with them.
But genuinely, that is what happened, right?
He did,
Like
yes.
yeah,
It
cool.
is, yeah, I did.
I don't know why
Yeah.
you get your mind out of the gutter. I'm asking genuine questions here. Cool. No, I would agree with that. Andrew, for Jedd, what is your playbook question?
Oh shit! Right, yeah.
I forget your mum's in here, Bree. It's not a sentence your mum wants to hear.
She has heard worse.
So this is a yes, even though I went back on it 2 seconds later. Did
Yep.
you try to make amends for past mistakes to prove you're a different person now? So yes.
Well,
Then
try.
yes
You
again.
tried.
So actually, Jedd, you were kind of unfairly treated here. You're not the one who blasted the chief onto Lily's explosive. That was Ted, wasn't it? Was it you?
No, that was Jedd.
I was Jedd.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
then
Jedd.
no, you absolutely fucked up there. Yeah. So Ted, actually, you're the one who's been unfairly caught up in this. Once again, your
I
brother. To be legit, actually, to be honest, you pushing him under the bus for once would have been appropriate here. If you just
Yeah,
go, nah,
one time I didn't.
it was all him, Your Honor.
One time,
Brother
one
did
time I
everything.
didn't. I said, you know what? I'm going
Yeah.
to stick with my brother.
Yeah.
I've forgiven him, and then he screws me over.
He did screw you over. It's true.
Yeah.
Jedd, you were actively seeking redemption with the Airbenders. It's just a shame that your actions then immediately undid all that good work, but you were seeking
I'm
it,
also
so.
just a little bit of a sociopath. It's fine.
And Bree, what is Lily's final growth question for her playbook?
Did you get a friend to join in or approve of one of
Oh.
your bad habits?
Multiple
I did that
times.
so many times.
Multiple times,
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 times. Yes.
I pushed you in the water.
It's how we stole the box.
Yeah. The pushing her in the water is not the best example, but like you had.
What do you mean?
Yara.
She asked me to do it, so I did it.
Well, you weren't indulging her in a bad habit. She came up and said, "Hey, can you push me in that?" And you're like, didn't even let it finish.
Say less.
Immediately airbender in the water. You're like, finally. Yeah, 100%. Perfect. Then in that case, then all of you may mark an advancement. I know, Archie, you've picked for Ted your moment of balance. I think that's a very, very good idea.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you unlocking?
I also wanted
shit, what
moment
can
of
I
balance.
unlock?
Moment of balance. So the options that you have, you can take a new move from your playbook twice. You can take a new move from another playbook twice. You can
What's
raise a
left in my
stat
playbook?
to plus. You raise a stat by +1, but only to a maximum of 2. You can shift your center 1 step, or you can unlock your moment of balance.
Was
I
that
hope
Don't
me,
that's-
put it
or-
once.
That's
What's
everyone.
the benefit of
never
shifting your center?
It's just moving yourself on the thing, but like, there's no point. I don't think there's any point doing that personally.
Mm.
I think that's the worst thing that you can take with these growth questions. To be perfectly
Wait.
honest.
I mean, like, if you move it far enough, then I guess, like, if you're always leaning heavily one way, you get, like, +4, +5 to those rolls.
Yeah. Look, the thing is, it makes sense when you're doing it every time. Okay, I think it's a better option when you're doing these growth questions every single session. But because we're kind of doing a more milestone-esque version of this, an adapted version of it, it's not quite as good. Partly because of the way we've changed around the ruling on this one.
I have a question for my brother. How far out from the learnings of the Air Nation are we going?
Oh, I mean, not really any rules.
All hands,
anymore, right?
like it's all.
So
it's
these
all
aren't
gone now,
combat.
but
These
it's-
aren't combat maneuvers. These are playbook moves. Remember.
No. I've got winning. So yeah, playbook winning is everything. You choose to use dirty tactics. You now target innocent people your foe's trying to protect. So
That's pretty fun.
is this
I'm not saying no.
okay? Cool. That's a yes in my book.
There you go. Brandon, what are you thinking? Are you taking the moment of balance as well?
I'm liking the idea of moment of balance.
It's pretty sick, and we haven't really seen the moment of balance used very much, so that is pretty sick. Okay, so we've got Ted has his moment of balance, Keeko has his moment of balance, Jedd's taking an evil playbook style move. Lilly, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Bree, for Lilly?
Join me.
You could join him. It sounds like he wants you to.
All of my... I've taken 2 moves already from another playbook, and all the
Aw,
ones in
damn.
my playbook kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like, I have Slippery Eelhound.
Slippery little eelhound. That's right.
Yeah, we got that one.
Do you have any negatives?
I
you
do
just-
have a negative.
May as well take a
but
plus
it's
one.
Like,
Like round
Plus
out.
one's good.
eh. Roguish Charm, which is where I can roll with creativity instead of harmony to plead with an NPC or guide and comfort someone by flattering them, which is just not Lily's thing.
No.
We never really have NPCs trying to shift our balance. So
you've
the
had
other
one or
option-
two do that, and I will say that's more of a boss NPC style thing.
Yeah, because I've got You're Not My Master, which is when you resist an NPC shifting your balance, roll +2 instead of +0.
If you were ever going to take You're Not My Master, you know, I mean, it's no secret that you're potentially going to end up in a bit of a confrontation with the new captain of the Fubai, Commander Eskar. I mean, given your history with her, that could be a handy one for you to take.
Yeah. Because yeah, the other option is to unlock my moment of balance, but I'm never at center.
You're never at center, and there's too many incentives for you to stay away from center. Like a lot of your playbook, works really well.
My playbook is constantly like either you go towards friendship to do this and get a good roll, or you go towards survival and do this and get a good roll. Like it doesn't make sense for me to ever be at center.
No, that sounds good to me.
I'll take it on my master.
Boom. Alrighty.
Done.
So we jump back in. As the sun begins to rise, your two vessels, the Black Orchid ship and your slightly smaller, but in your mind, sleeker little ocean skipper. As the sun begins to rise over the eastern shore, you look out and see land in front of you. It's been 2 days since you left Wolf Cove, doing a little bit of a time skip. During that period of time, we did have
I'm still on the other boat?
What was that, sorry?
Am I still on the other boat?
No, you came back over not soon after. I realized I've got the wrong rolls up on the thing. That's hilarious. Let me fix up the rolls so we've got the correct ones in position.
Also, I realized I had trouble still marked my sheet. Any of those
you would have had a chance
conversations
to
have those people.
You've had a chance to remove that. Yeah. No, so you've rejoined your boat. Akemi's jumped back over the Black Orchid. Kyoshi will come and spend most of the time on your vessel. She knows you guys better at this point than she knows the Black Orchid, and there's still part of her that doesn't fully. You can see there's a reticence there. She's a bit slow to trust people, it looks like, and so she spends more time with you guys over the next couple of days. I guess I should ask: is there anything in particular your characters would be doing over these 2 days at sea, traveling from the southern water tribe of Wolf Cove up towards Yokoya Peninsula once again? Is there anything in particular that you would be doing? Or just sailing, fishing, chilling, catching up with each other? Yeah, cool, perfect.
Building
trying
bombs.
to bring my balance one closer to center, so that if something does go wrong, I'm not going to lose my shit.
You'd have time to meditate and take a moment to rest, relax, and shift yourself back. Yep, for sure.
Can I help him?
Do you want to try and guide and comfort him to shift his balance?
Comfort? Yeah. Yes.
Can I reject this?
Yes.
Actually, no, not guide and comfort. Sorry, that would be.
Just like, nah, I'm not going to take this.
Help?
What would it be? Be call.
Even though I really
call
need
someone out. Yeah, call someone out. No, that's
Jesus.
Not it. No. Which is that? Sorry, there is one that does it. I'm having a complete mental breakdown. It's been too long since we did Your condition to fatigue. Oh, so on a 10 plus of guide and comfort, you may also shift their balance. So yeah, go on. Roll with harmony. Roll with harmony, Ted.
All right.
You got this.
Hope you're feeling harmonious.
Oh, I got 12.
There you go. Jedd, you may move your
Done it.
balance. May move your balance one closer to center. Ted, what would this conversation look like? Just so that we're keeping it kind of in the flow of the narrative. Is this you kind of
definitely be a chat about how being
banished boys
from the air temple, at least we're together as we should be, which is what we've always wanted, just be together again. And it doesn't matter that we're not part of the air nation anymore, because we've got new friends, new family, and that's all that matters.
The new nation of Yokoya that you are founding as a team together, yeah?
Of who?
Yokoya.
What's that? That's a peninsula.
The location.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how the Earth Nation is set in the Earth Kingdom and the Air Nation within the Air Temples. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a continent, not a kingdom.
Well, that's a question, isn't it? It is It's not called the Earth continent, though. So no, actually, it's tied to the physical locality of the
There are Fire Nation
owned continents and settlements and islands.
owned settlements on the continent, so it can't be the continent.
Well, anyway, shift your balance.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Then.
Stop complaining.
Stop being shit.
Okay.
As the sun begins to rise over the edge of the horizon, the boats begin to draw through. The water has grown steadily warmer the further you've moved away from the southern pole, the southern water tribe. The ice floes and sea ice left behind long ago. And as you approach the edge of Yokoya, you can see beneath you the outline of the small rocky outcroppings, bommies and coral reefs below you that mark this section of the waters around the southern section of Yokoya. Warm, temperate waters, full of fish, full of sea life. And you can see Yokoya is bustling. This early in the morning at dawn, a number of fishermen are out in small little skiffs, moving around, throwing nets into the water, fishing from rods. The town you left behind 3 or 4 weeks ago has grown in the meantime since you've been away. You can see, it's been about 3 weeks since you left. The town has grown in that time. You can see that there are a number of smaller huts that have been erected. There's a team of people working to extend the pier, extend the dock out into the water. Looks like some earthbenders are creating the structural components, rising stone and earth out of the water to form a scaffold, which can be built, a wooden structure can be built upon and built into. As you begin to go closer and closer, you watch as Kyoshi sort of looks out across the... Have you made a new thing for war crimes? Is that what you're doing right now? Is making a new counter for war crimes in the chat? That's hilarious.
I was just checking if we had one.
You don't have
don't.
one.
I feel
We
like
probably
we did.
should.
We
have
should. We 100% should.
Yeah.
No, we do have
Oh
one.
no, we do.
for
It
me.
just took a second to respond.
Oh yeah, it's for Lily. Yeah, Lily.
We do have a specified command ! War crimes, which or war crime, which does give you a count of how many war crimes Lily has committed.
I feel like it's been more.
I feel like that needs to go up a
Yeah,
lot.
I
Two
feel like
is
there's an extra
two
one.
is
Rookie
I think that's the entry point.
Have you added the chief? Like that's a war crime.
I can't remember how to add them.
It'll be ! Add war crime, surely.
I think so. I don't know. That's how I set up the last one, but that doesn't mean that I did it right this time.
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, as you grow closer to Yokoya, you can see Kyoshi beginning to get almost a little bit
Is it
unsettled.
war crime committed?
What was that?
Is it war crime committed?
There'll be something. Yeah, you can see that Kyoshi's beginning to get a bit unsettled almost. You can see she is moving around, unable to sort of get comfortable, pacing up and down the narrow deck of the ship. You can see occasionally flexing her fingers as fire dances around her palm and across her fingers as she closes it, closes this little like sparks of flame. As you watch her moving around to the point where Keeko, she's walking up and down near the fucking sail, doing little fire bending things with her hand. Like one spark is all it's going to take, and that sail's going to start smoking. This is dangerous.
What was her name again? Not Akira. Akika?
Akemi?
Akemi, that's right. Yeah.
She's not on the ship anymore. She's jumped across back to her
Oh,
other ship. This is Kyoshi who's walking up and down doing the...
Oh, this is Kyoshi doing it. Oh,
Kyoshi.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Kyoshi. I come over and just like hand water, just on her burning, flicking hand. Like, how are you going?
You watch
Are
as she
you
jumps
good?"
as you do this and goes like, sorry, I was distracted. Apologies.
Sorry to scare you like that. You better look like someone who's worried about going home, perhaps.
Is it that obvious? I've never been one to control my emotions well. Just
Neither.
nervous to see
You're good
Rangi
company.
again. Been away for a while, and I mean, she sent out her goon squad over there as she thumbs over towards the Black Orchid to come and pick me up. I really love her, but I know that I'm about to be told off.
Goon squad?
Yeah.
Goon's ruined by the internet, man. I used to think nothing about Batman with that word. Now it's ruined.
I'm just thinking of like Goon Sack, like they were just a bunch of drunken idiots. No?
That's not what I was thinking.
That's
he's
not what
thinking
we were thinking.
He's
Has
thinking
it-
of gooners.
Has that word acquired a new meaning, has it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people who watch lots of content online.
Yeah, lots of adult explicit content with the aim to watch it for many hours on end.
Okay.
Non-stop.
In that case, then I will adjust and retcon. I was unaware of that
Sorry,
linguistic.
yes, this is going to be a derail. Also, in the new,
like this.
You
I
law.
say new, the Space Jam, the second Space Jam, the bad guys were called the Goon Squad. And that was, I couldn't do it.
No, but that's known. That's no. But that's that they didn't invent that in. They didn't invent that name for Space Jam 2. That's been around since like early 1900s, possibly even late 1800s. Calling people a goon
but they
squad's like a
called it a goon
long-running
squad.
thing.
It's like when the Nazis co-opted the
Oh, boy.
symbol of peace, the Buddhist symbol. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
when they have
I wonder where you're going with that. Yes.
Yes, it's gonna.
The swastika. The swastika. It's not an
Holy
original. It's not a Nazi symbol. They just stole it and flipped
That's
it. Just mirrored it. Yeah.
They stole it and they ruined it.
Yeah.
Well, for a while.
Because there's something
That's
really
what
key
the
to
internet's
understand.
done to the word goon. That's what they've
Fascists
done
are
to it.
shit and lazy.
Yes.
Very important to remember. Yeah, okay, so in that case then I will retcon. She doesn't call them the goon squad as she like looks over towards the group, goes like, sent out her enforcers to make sure that I was where I needed to be. I mean, yeah,
lean up
babysitters.
against
Send
the
out
barrel.
these babysitters to get us back on track.
Sounds like she misses you. I mean, if I was away from Co for a while, I'm sure he would send out, the pirate hunters to come find me because I guess they're kind of good at it. Well, debatable, I guess you could say.
You are a pirate.
Yeah.
It's just Co sitting right there, looks up and goes like, I am one of the pirate hunters. I just go with Yara and Q. It's just the three of us.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of, you wouldn't have found me otherwise. I'm just putting it out there. Like, it's nothing against you guys, but
we
I'm
did.
a hard man to find.
We did find you.
Yeah, but I kind of like made myself known. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't found like without me wanting to be. You know what I mean? Like, so I wasn't found, but
Which is Co sort of looks, nods, and goes like, all right. If that's how you sleep at night, Keeko, then sure. Yeah.
that's my headcanon. I was never found unless I wanted to be found.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Thanks,
I mean,
Ko.
you walked up and introduced yourself as Keeko Nori, which, like, I've got to say, really bold move. But if you're trying to avoid being caught, I'd say less so.
Okay, another name. Okay, so the wet-nosed bandit didn't work.
You can go
But
with the
see-
wet-nosed bandit. Just, again, if you're talking to a bunch of people whose job it is to hunt down pirates and bandits, maybe don't call yourself a bandit.
See, Kyoshi, this is what it's about. Who cares?
Yeah,
he
she's sort of like,
He'll,
I can't be the only one thoroughly confused by that interaction, right? What?
No. Everyone here is. I don't know what the hell happened.
and I put my
Okay.
arm around him like, and love is confusing. Sometimes you argue about being caught by the law. Sometimes you send a group of enforcers to bring back your love. It's not easy, but I think it's going to be okay. And if you want, you can bring her one of these furs if you think that'll make up for her. And I'd give her one of the nice little white furs. Do you reckon she a gift person? This might smooth things over a
Not
little.
once you figures out how much we spent on them.
Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. Can I take that up to her and pretend that I got this specially for her?
100%. And let her know.
Oh,
Actually, don't
I'm
say
not very
where
good.
you
Just
got it
make
from.
sure she doesn't see Lilly wearing the other one.
She can say.
I don't like lying, and I'm not very good at it. But I can say that we as a team procured these. I can say that I saw Lilly with hers, and it looked so gorgeous that I wanted to make sure that that I just thought it'd really suit her as well. That's not a lie. That's the truth.
You thought of her. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm much more comfortable saying that, to be honest. So thank you. I will take this. It's very kind of you, Keeko. And thank you for your very confusing advice, I guess, as well, that I kind of get now. I think.
It seems you seem more at peace. That's what I'd say. And I'm glad I could.
I feel more at peace.
Would you say you feel guided and comforted right now? Would you
I would say I feel guided and comforted, but I think I'd need to see a dice roll to know how guided and comforted I am. So, yeah, if you could please roll with harmony. Let's see how well you guide and comfort the avatar. Go on. You've done this to yourself, mate.
Oh, it's a 13.
Fuck. Okay, so she's very guided and comforted.
Guided and comforted the shit out of the avatar.
Like she nods that by the end of the conversation, despite how confused she is, if anything, you kind of confuse her into feeling great again. Like it's like she's forgotten her problem because her working memory is now focused on trying to unpick what the fuck you're saying. Like, she's distracted to think about her problems. By the end of it, she's like, huh, I actually feel weirdly better, Keeko. That was really helpful.
You're going to feel so tired of winning, Kyoshi. You're going to be sick of it. You're like, I want to stop winning, please. Don't know why.
Stop.
In my brain.
Are you tired of winning yet? I know Australia's not. I know Australia's not tired of winning. We just got the news today that our coalition party have fractured. We no longer have a right-wing party. They've broken in half, which is fucking hilarious to me. Sorry, I read that this morning and it really tickled me. I felt quite happy about that. I was like, wow, it's pretty funny.
This year's a good year.
It's a good year. So yeah, we're not tired of winning. Australia's very comfortable to keep on winning. This is going well. As you guide and comfort Kyoshi, she begins to feel much, much better. The boat gets closer and closer to the docks and eventually locks in, tie off the rope. I'm going to say at this point, Tilla's sort of taking a bit of responsibility for the boat, bringing the sail down, because it's much like a sand sail. It brings the sail in, ties off the boat, and then as you guys all disembark, I mean, yeah, Yokoya is bustling. This, what was once a very sparse, I'd say sort of very down market fishing village at the bottom of this hill. You can see that the village here is bustling. There are now multiple market stalls set up. The man that Tilla bullied last time you were here, this inspector, some sort of like clerk of some description, he's actually looking haggard, running around trying to redirect people to new locations, having to tell people to shift their stalls. But there are more boats coming in every passing hour. As you dock, Kyoshi disembarks with all of you, and the Black Orchid gives you all a bit of a nod and goes, I've agreed to head up to take the Black Orchid up to Rangi and have a meeting with her first. They said I should be there first of all. If there's anything you wanted to do around town, I'd say you've probably got an hour or so before Rangi will want to meet with you. I'll be there as well. I'm not going too far away. Those of you who joined up with the Flying Opera Company, that was Jedd and Keeko, right? No, Ted and Keeko.
Yeah. Who could tell?
Yeah. Haven't used the face paint yet. Do you think that'll be a sticking point?
I think what Wong doesn't know won't hurt him. And that's
You have used the face paint.
Yeah.
Used it,
On the
yeah.
island.
I did use it. Yeah, that's right. I have used the face paint.
Once.
And we did stop some
Not in the
bad
way it
people.
was intended, but
It was fun.
Wow. We used it. It looked pretty good in it. Okay. Feel good about things now.
I think what Wong doesn't
Fight
know
me.
won't hurt him. Let me put it that way. And now I've been operating on that, shall we say, provision for most of my time and tenure with the Flying Opera Company. Yeah, what Wong doesn't know won't hurt him.
Can we tell him a good yarn, or is that lying?
I think just don't
I
tell him
mean-
anything.
Wong has a tenuous and dichotomous relationship with the truth at the best of times. I think it's only fair that someone does the same thing back to him.
Okay. I get that. Good.
All right.
Or you do army rules.
What's army rules?
Don't ask, don't tell.
That's tough because Wong will probably ask you lots of questions.
Well, then we have to tell.
Just get him to sing again. I'm sure he'll love to do that.
Oh god, he
Yes.
watches Kyoshi visibly shivers. Yeah, it's a shame that he takes his cover as a traveling troubadour far too seriously. Yeah. It's just cover. It's not. He's not actually like. He doesn't make money from this. It's just to cover being a bandit, being a member of a Dao Fei group, the whole Flying Opera Company. Like it's It's just a cover. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with the rest of the Black Orchid. Oh, no. You watch as Rhino walks over. The older Earth Sage nods, goes, "Actually, Kyoshi, I was thinking you and I could make our way up towards and a meeting with Rangi. The rest of my team have some other business they need to attend to. Some of them have got to check in with some contacts here and make some connections with places. So I'm sure if you lot wanted to, if you were happy to host one of our number, I believe Granny Rosalie has no other responsibilities she needs to get to urgently." You watch as Granny Rosalie nods and goes like, "I've got plenty of time on my hands. It's one of the benefits of being retired, you know." Yeah, I understand that. And yeah, Jedd, I can see you got a question.
No, it's fine. It's fine. She's part of an elite group, but retired. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then as she says, he sort of says that and nods. You watch as the Airbender Jai raises his hand very slowly, the younger Airbender. Jai? I don't have anything I need to get to either. The person I was supposed to meet with today, they're not in yet. I'll probably have to meet with them tomorrow or the next day. Looks like they're running late. Oh, okay. Well, then by all means, if either of you want to take some leisure time, I see no reason why not to. I'll head up with Kyoshi and we'll meet with Rangi now. And if I send down a runner to meet with the rest of you, where roughly should I send them to find you? Or would you make your way up and be nearby for when you are ready to meet in with Rangi? Ted, Keeko, Jedd, Lilly.
I think we'll be nearby. I think maybe we'll go. I think Lilly wanted to go to the shops, maybe go for a wander.
I think I'll just start unpacking the ship.
Oh, right, of course, yeah. I understand you were picking up some supplies. Yeah, that would be best if you had them ready to go and would all delivered and handed over to the quartermaster. That would be ideal.
Yep. So as
Should
long
do
as anyone who needs to go to the shops has the money they need for the shops and knows what they're getting, that's all good.
That sounds
I'll
ideal.
help unload this ship. Okay.
Right, well, I'll catch up with the rest of you lot later. Place has changed since I was last here. I think we might actually have a chance of building something here. As Kyoshi nods, begins to walk up the steps with Rhino. Alrighty. Keeko? Jedd? Unloading the ship? Ted?
Unload the ship.
He's thinking.
I'll help unload the ship.
Unloading the ship? Lilly.
Yeah.
Off towards the quartermaster to get some explosives?
Absolutely, because my special shipment delivery should be in now.
Yeah. The
I
Completely
might-
forgot about that.
the magnesium.
Really?
Got lost in transport. I'm sorry.
I can make flashbangs now.
As you make your way up towards, we'll do yours
God.
first then. Ted, Keeko, Jedd, you spend 45 minutes unloading all the supplies. As you get them lined up on the docks, the clerk hurries on over towards you. Sorry, what is all this that you've got unloading here? Do you have a permit? What's going on here?
We were sent to get food and furs from the Southern Water Tribe.
Yeah. Did we need a permit?
Told by Rangi. Like, we left like 4 weeks ago. Shit got weird. But yes, we're here now.
Hang on. These are very late. What's... No, I've got a notice here that a group was sent out to go and retrieve the... Oh, that's you lot. You're the salvage group, yeah?
We're the salvage group, yeah.
Right. So, on my shipment manifest here, we have... he then proceeds to go through a shipping manifest line by line, very slowly looking through the supplies that you have. It does not match. And you can see that as time goes on, he is getting more and more frustrated that there is a complete mismatch between what you have brought and what is on his list. From your perspectives, what the fuck is he talking about? This is food and fur. Like, who cares if it's not...
100%.
Who cares if
I'm pretty
it's
sure
not
we're
the
also
same?
bringing back way more than there was on the boat.
Possibly. What would you guys be doing at this point? Because if you leave him to do this, he is going to spend half an hour going through these things with you line by line and whinging bitterly
I'll
every
sit
time
there.
something's not the same.
I'll
Look,
sit there and just
here's
do it.
food,
Someone has to sit
Here's
there.
fur. Food first. Eat this, wear this.
We had to buy some stuff to replace the stuff that was actually lost.
Stuff. What? So the shipments were. So this list here that I've been going through is completely worthless. None of this is the same. This isn't the shipment.
Some of it's the same.
Some of it's the same, but some of it's
You
still in
recovered.
the ship.
You recovered some of the items and purchased new ones to replace.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
With our own money.
You watch as he pulls out a quill and begins crossing off line after line
Just write.
after
So you
line.
might just want to like just instead of going off that, just write down what is actually here.
Yeah. Do we get tax deductibles on the things that we purchase?
No, we don't.
for work?
We don't get tax.
We're not
deductibles.
collecting
Do we
tax
pay
in
tax?
Yokoya yet.
Yeah, but,
Well,
like,
this is a bit of a
we get-
grey
Yes.
area. The
We
Earth
do get paid, but not by Rangi, not by anyone else.
and taxation is a problem. Technically, we are within the bounds of the Earth Nation, the Earth Kingdom, and as such, I imagine there will be a tax collector from Ba Sing Se arriving any day now. We have,
We'll
as
find
of
him.
yet,
Don't worry about that.
paid any taxes.
Well, in that case, here's the point towards the crate of the black squid ink. Maybe that one just wasn't
Jesus
included on the
Christ.
shipping manifest or something like that. Maybe that just.
We're not just going to hand that to Rangi personally.
I have no
Ah.
squid ink, but
Okay.
no, this must have been a personal requisition. This isn't on the
Okay,
agent.
that was
Yeah, we'll just ignore that, please.
personal request from Agni.
Bree, your mum has had a great suggestion. Why don't we leave Dragon to go through the shipping manifest with this guy?
Oh yeah.
Given she had a
Yeah.
relationship with him before, yeah, maybe that's the best way. You just immediately, as like Tilla's there going through the ship, you're just like, oh yeah, no, Tilla, she's our quartermaster. Like
Tilla's
we
got
wouldn't
this.
dream of going through anything without her. Like you should take this all through with her. So he then wanders over, sits
Also,
down.
yeah,
with,
can
yeah.
you make sure that you two figure out where this boat can go while we're here for a while? Thanks. Bye.
Tilla's like, no, wait, hang on, no, wait, and you just walk away. Perfect. Lilly, as you make your way up, I'm guessing skipping excitedly, little half skips and
Oh,
runs
yeah.
as you make your way up towards the hill. As you get to the top and you can see the ruins of Avatar Manor, sure enough, the suggestion that some Sandbenders could be used to kind of help clear it out seems to have paid off. Most of the collapsed roof, all gone. It's all being cleared out. The walls that had been broken down are in the process of being repaired. You can see that the grounds as well, there's been a major upheaval of earth. The sections that have been destroyed and broken open as if like comets had fallen from the sky on this thing. Like it was really in a bad way after Rangi's fight with Father Glowworm / Avatar Ewan, false Avatar Ewan. But it is now a bit of a hive of activity. There are at least 8 Sandbenders working away, using sand as a very powerful, useful method of taking apart, flowing over the stone and picking up the loose stonework and pulling it away with them, moving like water over the sections as the other workers, a mixture of labourers and earthbenders, begin to work on repairing the outer wall. Rangi's tent is still set up where you remember it, just up on top of the hill, a little bit further away, looking down on the manor itself. And a ways back from that, across the road from the manor, is the quartermaster's office, the barracks that have been set up. Probably this was once some sort of stable yard or some other, maybe like an accommodation, some guest accommodation that was kind of attached to Avatar Manor, but at some point has been repurposed into the quartermaster's. And as you walk in, you see that very, very tall, muscular woman working away, apron tightly tied around her shoulders, her biceps kind of like bulging out of the straps, these leather straps cutting into her flesh. As you can see, she is currently bending what looks like some sort of warhammer, bending the shaft back into shape as she slowly bends and cracks. You can see the metal slowly beginning to give before she finally cracks off the wood and throws it on the ground behind her, looking like picking up the metal, the hammer part of the metal part of the hammer, and looking at it carefully and examining it. As you sort of skip on over, there's a number of people still inside the building working and looking around, but this is the lady you'd spoken to directly last time.
Hi,
I think her name was
I'm
Issa from
back.
memory. Let me double check.
I think it was Issa.
I think it was Issa from memory. As you skip on over and go, hi. You watch as she looks down and goes, hey there, love. How have you been? You all right?
Yeah, good. I actually have a really cool present for you.
All right. Go on then. Oh, Aichu, sorry. Quartermaster Aichu, sorry.
Aichi.
Issa must have been
That's
someone else.
Is anybody like watching? Can I like look around, assess the situation? Is anyone like interested in our conversation?
Make me an assess the situation for sure.
11.
11. Lily, there are a few curious eyes on you. Not anything, like not an intense study, but curious eyes. It looks like some of the... How'd you describe them? I guess some of like the people... You don't know whether these are people working for the quartermaster or working in the building or just people coming and requisitioning goods. But there are a few people inside, patrons, let's call them, who have noticed you skipping up, a young child skipping up to the quartermaster, and then having like a friendly conversation. Like, this isn't where you come to get access to like food or water. You're here to requisition weapons and shit. And so like they're a bit surprised that there's a child, a young girl, skipping over happily and then reaching into her pack and pulling shit out to like hand over and then pausing as she like looks around. But it's nothing more than that. It's just idle curiosity.
Okay.
And
so
with
there's
an
no
11,
one that could potentially have ill intent or anything.
You
in
don't get
the
that
room with us.
feeling. With an 11, it's no one's looking too long. There's no very like disinterested looking. It's that very like public curiosity when people see something unexpected and they're looking, and they're not trying to like be surreptitious. It's just like people watching, basically. That's what's happening here. People, you're just you're on the receiving end of people watching, essentially, which you think is a sign that it's not anything malicious.
I'm gonna pull out the half-cup measurement of blasting jelly wrapped in waxed leather.
What's this? She begins unwrapping the waxed leather to reveal a glass jar. She holds it up. You watch as she goes to give it a shake and then freezes and goes, "Is this what I think it is?"
Shake that.
Where did you get this?
On a boat.
Oh, well, no further questions. That makes perfect sense.
It was a Fire Nation boat.
What's Fire Nation? Right, well, that makes sense if it's... This is blasting jelly, yeah?
Yeah. How cool is it?
What's the purity? Do you know what the... And she slowly unscrews the cap and has a bit of a sniff. Goes, fuck me, this is good stuff. Sorry, I shouldn't swear in front of kids. Sorry, you didn't hear me say that. Blast me, this is good. This is good shit. Stuff. This is the good stuff.
It goes boom real good.
Have you detonated some?
Well, wait, did I detonate it? I don't think I did.
Yes. You acted. What do you mean? It's a major plot point.
Did I detonate that boat?
You actively set off the blasting jelly in the hold of the Fire Nation ship.
I didn't set it up. It was already like preset.
No, it was stored there. You set it up to...
Tomoko had the ropes there.
In the hold of the ship?
Yeah, that's what you said. Someone else had snuck onto the ship and like... That's what it looked like to it. So what you... And Tomoko told me that I had help that I didn't know about.
Okay, to be fair, you don't know this explicitly. You're making inferences. When you first got on, it looked like to you it was too perfect. All of these things together, a bit of blasting cord, like for you, like how it was described was like it could not have been set up better for you. But and then Tomoko said you'd had some help. Yeah, so I guess you have inferred that you had some help, but yes, you did set it off. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't quite remember that part.
But in this, I would say in this moment, Lily, you're like, oh shit, maybe this was too good to be true.
It goes boom real good. I
what's the
scavenged
range?
some before it all went boom.
Yeah, obviously you're not getting any of this after it's gone boom. There's nothing left over. There's no residue. What are we talking about? What was the blast size? Was this where to detonate? Was this like?
Have you ever heard of Little Island?
Little Island. That's down south, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's like in that cluster of islands near the Southern Air Temple, yeah?
Yeah. So you haven't heard anything about like anything happening there? Like no news has traveled or anything?
I mean, look, I'm probably not the person to ask. I don't really give two shits about what's happening outside that's not directly related to incoming or outgoing goods that I need to work for. It's a pretty tough job, and I don't really have the bandwidth to really care too much about everyone else in this moment. So, like, maybe there's been stuff coming through, but I've not really, I've not cared.
Well, there was a big old Fire Nation ship there, and it's not there anymore.
Sorry, you stole this from the Fire Nation. Are they going to know? Do they know you've got this?
I told you it came from a Fire Nation ship.
Yeah,
it wasn't
but I
just Fire Nation people. Just a Fire Nation ship.
Fifth Nation.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
Huh. Surprised I didn't try and water this down or stretch it to go further. Maybe they didn't get a chance. Maybe this was too new. Maybe they don't know how to. Yeah, look, I can do some stuff with this. We've got some demolition that we need to do. Now, if you're happy, is this for me, or do you want me to, because there's some things I can...
it's for you.
There's some things I can do with this.
I have some already in some bombs.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry.
Ready to go.
Sorry, Shard. Yeah, great. That's awesome. Yeah, great. Oh, fantastic. Well, then I can do some stuff with this. And if you need me to stretch what you've got a bit more, so what you've got's pretty concentrated stuff. It'll be a really tight controlled blast in an area, and it will be like when these go boom, they're going to go boom. But if you wanted to stretch it out a bit, there's a couple of different things you can do. If you watch as she pauses as she's suddenly realizing she's talking to a child about this, and he goes, "We shouldn't talk about this in the open. Come with me to the workshop." Leads you inside, closes the door, checks the nods, and goes, right. So if you want shit to go boom and you want it to go boom big, two things you need to add to this stuff: tree sap and sugar. Yeah. So depending on the ratios that you work with, bit of extra tree sap. If you're sort of going 50-50, well, not 50, I guess like 33, 33, 33, 1/3 each. Yeah. You're going to get a big old fireball. We're talking heat, we're talking flame. But if you were looking for more of the concussive element of the blast, drop the tree sap down. You want to go 50% sugar and then 25% tree sap, 25% blasting jelly. If you work within those ratios, you can get some pretty cool effects with this stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna like pull out the 2 blasting grenades that I have left. These just like janky looking fucking homemade grenades filled with blasting jelly.
Fuck me, put them down carefully. Holy shit.
So you reckon
you've been carrying these around in your pocket?
You could always add something.
Lucky you're low to the ground, you're not moving around so much. Good lord.
So you reckon I could stretch each of these into how many?
You could double your bombs with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Like so this one here, right? Oh god, I don't want to touch this, but this one here, right? So you've done.
They're relatively stable.
Well, you think that now, but you haven't seen this stuff go critical, and it can go critical pretty easily. You don't just need flame to do it. Like pressure will work. Huh. That's actually something I hadn't thought about before. You could do like a 2-stage thing where you like use the pressure from one explosive to like compress the... Something else for another time. I'm just looking at this, right? So you've got this one here. Can we unscrew this bit? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, we can unscrew that bit. Okay. So inside here, in this file, that was really threaded on. What did you use to make this? What are these parts from? This is part of a bear trap. I know this screw. I sold you this bear trap.
Look, I use what I can find. All right, I made a washing machine out of some buckets. Like,
what's a washing machine?
High-tech.
Well, a machine that washes shit. No, obviously, but yeah, like
it washes clothes.
It's pretty cool. That's
I'm
pretty
gonna pull
handy.
out the washing machine and be like, so you put this in here and you put the refined seaweed over here. You fill it with a bit of water and then see how you turn this and it agitates it. That gets all the dirt out of your clothes.
Huh? I like that. That actually
Look,
could be
you don't wanna
kind
be a
of.
criminal.
That could be kind
You
of
could be a
useful.
washing machine saleswoman. It's like the third time.
Give up a life of crime to sell washing machines.
I'm really proud of my washing machine. Okay?
Turned into a washing machine salesman.
Poppy,
You have no competition.
Poppy. Do you know what the one of the most dangerous thing for soldiers is?
Infection.
Yeah,
Yes, true.
infection. This is an elegant, easy solution, transportable, to
I
ensure.
wouldn't call it elegant. Look at it.
Yeah, okay. It could be elegant with a few redesigns. This is a simple, portable solution for making sure shit stays reasonably well looked after. And it can't look. Bandages need to be boiled, but like clothing and things like that, if you just chuck it in here, give it a good. Yeah, there's a handle and crank and everything.
Couple
Nice.
cranks.
These gears are nice, mate. You've done a good job with these. Sorry, back to the blasting jar. Yeah, so if we unscrew this bit, we take out the vial. Yeah, I mean, this one here, you could get 2 more out of this easy. Like, you could split this into... If you wanted to make 3 of the incendiary, you could split this one into 3. Keep in mind, they're not going to be... It's not going to be as powerful a blast, but you'll get a fireball out of this like you would not believe. And then this one here, if you just split it in half, I mean, you could get a pretty nice, good concussive blast going from that. Now, keep in mind, this one, when it goes off, is going to be loud, and it's going to make a big blast of air.
Okay. Well, that one sounds like it would be good for impairing people, potentially.
Yeah, knocking them down. Yeah, deafening them, knocking them down. Yeah. I mean, to be honest...
Whereas the other one is more like just burst of fire to maybe hurt someone a little bit, but also cause some distraction.
Well... Here's the thing, right? I was just thinking. I've obviously got a little special package for you that has come in. As she leans over, pulls out a drawer, and places on the table. It looks like it's immersed in oil, strips of metal. She goes, the incendiary ones. If you were to put a strip of this bad boy in with it, and maybe even shave it down into flakes, pretty bright flash. Pretty bright.
Like a fireworks.
Pretty bright flash, and more to be a pretty big fireball.
Oh, that sounds so good to me.
That is evil.
I'm so doing that.
It's kind of like I guess you call it like a bang flash.
I think flashbang sounds better.
Fuck, that's it. Weird. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, yes, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah. This is excellent. This is really good.
Okay, cool.
It's good shit.
Well, I might go find me some tree sap and sugar. Do you mind if I use your workspace back here to put it all together? I don't really want to be playing with this stuff out there, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, 100%. It's. I mean, we're all part of the same team. This workshop's communal use. It's not mine alone. This bench here is. Don't touch this. But these benches here are communal use. Feel free. Yeah, for sure. For the sugar, doesn't really matter. You just want like sugar that's like not got lots of shit in it. Obviously, that's not too dirty and stuff. Just because it's a waste of time. For the tree sap, it does matter. You're looking for pine trees more than anything else. You want that really sort of high sugar content in the sap, and the pine trees also have oils that stop them freezing. That go boom boom.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna leave my 2 grenades here. They won't explode. Don't worry.
Honey, you don't need to go gather pine sap. We use it. It's one of the main ingredients we use in pitch when we're making.
Do you have sugar here though? I was gonna.
Oh, there's a market just down. You just go grab that.
Yeah,
2
that's where
seconds.
I was gonna go.
But don't. Oh, good. Okay. I thought you were gonna go head off to the fucking woods and start like cutting trees. You don't have to worry about that. I can give you pine sap. That's not a problem.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go grab some sugar and I'll be back. And then, if you want to like time skip this, I'm just gonna fucking make some bombs. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
Yeah, we obviously yes. Because if you roll really bad, you're blowing yourself up and the workshop.
Aww.
You still have a workshop.
What if you added like a bit of like charcoal and saltpeter to it?
I would say, but they don't know about this. I would say we're working with a creativity style roll. Bree.
Creativity, not skills and training.
You are currently in the process.
I'm happy to use creativity.
Yeah, I was going to say this is more creativity because you're not working within your skills. I mean, you are working within your skills, but this is less about following instructions that you know or relying on your previous teachings. You are very much creating something new here. That's a 6. That's a miss.
Bye, Lilly. That was nice knowing you.
Lilly.
How did I roll an 11 and then immediately roll a 6?
Lilly. Here's what happens.
So
What was the 11 from? That was from
Lilly, do you
That
have
was
advantage?
from seeing if there's anyone looking at me shifty.
Yeah,
Do you have
it's
any
unfortunate.
advantages left?
Hang on.
I don't believe so. I haven't got any marked down for you in OneNote, and I normally am pretty good at keeping
No,
track of
I
it.
have used the Jedd's redemption reward already.
So
Just picturing within 3 days, we've seen one building blow up, and then we look in the distance and see another building blow up. It's like,
where the fuck's
strange
Lilly?
has happened twice.
Where's
Not a
Lilly?
small building, like,
Where's she
not
gone?
a small explosion either, because there's going to be other explosives in that building as well.
Possibly.
I had $1 for every time a building blew up recently. I'd have $2. Oh, less.
I do have written here achievement: find something valuable that is too good to be true to give to an unlikely ally, and
Which
we
you did
never marked anything for that, like what a reward would be for that.
Oh, there's a reason for that. Because it was related to... So, yeah, sorry, we didn't touch on this. I felt like this would be driving the knife in really hard, and so I didn't mention this at the time. Because it was going to be an in-story, in-character revelation of what you got from that. Because it was Sayan that you gave the important information to and that you spent a lot of time with. Sayan was going to spend some time and reveal some important things to you, things that would be very handy for the future, having studied that.
Can we convert that into an advantage? Can we just convert that into just one singular advantage?
You guys really fucked me on this one. Just
Yeah. What I'm
I
gonna
worked hard on that map.
what I'm gonna say is that you will still
I
get
told you not to give it to him.
Yeah. Look, but it would have been really cool if you guys hadn't then completely alienated sound. I am happy to change it into an advantage, given that in this instance, that does suck. So you get a +1 to this. That takes it up to a 7, which is a partial success. Lily.
Yay.
As you head down towards the market stall, there's a small bag full of white crystalline powder. You immediately pick it up. You're excited. You pick it up. You hand over the 3 copper pieces for a small bag of this white crystalline powder. And as you turn to leave, you go, "Thanks for the sugar." You watch as the shopkeeper, like half listening, kind of pauses for a second, looks back and goes, "Sugar? Oh, no. Little girl, that's salt." I was going to rule that you bought salt instead of sugar, and that's how you fucked up. As you sort of realize this, and you're like, "No, it's sugar." It's like, "No, it's definitely salt." So you taste, you're like, "Yeah, that's sugar. Yeah." "Sorry, yeah, that's salt. Yeah, that's definitely salt." Like, hand the bag back. He like gets a similar bag of sugar, hands it over, and goes like, "Yeah, that's if you were going to be doing anything with that, if you're going to be baking anything with that or sweetening things, that would have been a nightmare." That's what you were doing with it, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Baking, sweetening.
Whew. I was worried there for a second. Don't try to
What else
preserve.
do I use it for?
Yeah, good. Oh, great. Just make sure you don't get these mixed up again. If you were to put sugar all over like a fish or something to try and preserve it, you'd be in for a bit of a ripe surprise at the end of that.
Ew.
Yeah. Right. Off you got other customers. Lucky you said something though, lass. You almost walked off with the wrong thing.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
As you make your way back up towards the... What was the focus roll for, Jedd? Seeing if you see Lily just running around town?
No.
No?
Just wanted to roll a 10 and rub it in.
Yep.
Dick. But he's also now rolled a 10 and it's gone forever. Or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just that. I trust myself that much. It's fine.
Bad
Okay.
juju.
Good to keep in mind. I'll remember that. As you make your way back, Lily, head back inside. You take some time. This is a whole new thing that you're trying out here, and you end up wasting part of the blasting jelly as a result of one of the reagents. As you try and pour it in, you pour in a bit too much of the sap, and the sap is a bit watery from this one, and you realize it's the wrong sap. One of the half measures of blasting jelly is ruined, but as you go through and figure out the rest of it, you end up with, and this is your choice, either 1 magnesium flashbang, or 2 magnesium flashbangs, and 1 concussive blast. So you can pick. You get three of these bombs in the end out of this. What would you like? You basically get a whole extra bomb by changing the components and doing a bit of chemistry.
I think it'd be better to have 2 flashbangs, 1 concussive.
Perfect. You can update your inventory, and you still have 2 strips of magnesium at the end of this as well. So you can also add that to inventory as well. Ted, Keeko, and Jedd. Let's jump back with you guys. As you finish up unloading the goods, leaving Tilla to deal with the rest of the boring man's fallout, the clerk's questions and conversation, the town of Yokoya is open to you. What would you like to do? Jedd, Keeko, you know that Wong probably would want to... Jedd, Keeko. Ted, Keeko, you know that Wong would probably want to check in with you guys. Jedd, you got some time on your hands if you wanted. Or do you want to go along to see what Wong's up to? No, he doesn't. I can see it in his eyes.
I want to go see if that tent that I saw Lilly go into and talk to what's her face is there still.
The quartermaster Aichi.
No. Oh, what's her name? The assassin lady.
Tomoko?
That's the one.
See if you can find Tomoko. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you roll me an assess the situation? We'll come back to you in a minute. Ted and Keeko.
She was down on the beach.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was down on the beach. Ted and Keeko, let's stick with you two for the moment. As you make your way back up towards the tent that the Flying Opera Company have kind of co-opted off the main path, just a little bit down near the well. As you make your way over towards it, you can see Wong is currently hanging out his washing out the front. Gathering together, that's a 2 from Jedd. Okay, great. We'll come back to that in a minute then. Thank God you trust yourself, mate. Can you imagine what would have happened if you hadn't trusted yourself with that roll?
Yep.
I love instant karma in this case. That's quite funny. As you make your way over, you can see Wong is hanging up some very large breeches, some socks. There's a gentle breeze. The sun is out. Probably his washing is going to dry very, very quickly. But this is just like off the main road through Yokoya where he's pitched his tent and he's hanging up his private undergarments just in full view of the street. And you can see that he does not have his face paint on. As you approach, the rather rotund man is sort of humming to himself a little bit under his breath, singing a little ditty. Yes, I was wondering.
We should put ours on.
Did you want to quickly put your face paint on? You've got time.
Should we?
No. Lily's got something that can help with that, Wong.
Should we put our face paint on before we see Wong? That way it looks like we use it more often than we do.
You've got time.
We'll just tuck around the corner and we'll just like huddle down together.
Yeah.
Unless, like,
I'll do yours and you do mine.
Yeah, I'll do yeah.
Remember, mine's like reverse Kratos.
Yeah, yours is reverse Kratos.
Yeah.
So like the red sort of outline face, and mine was like the I think it was I think it had like the bit of the moon thing or something like that, like a big red circle.
Didn't one of you just dip your head in red paint? That's
I've
all
got
I remember.
I've got the
happening.
pictures of them because we did them for I did the pictures for the episode. It would be episode 5, Recruited, I think. Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong series. Let me jump into Legacy of Kyoshi. I just saw like fucking Marco and I was like, what? Why is Marco there? Pirate Life. We had some good episode titles. Here we go. Yeah, so you had the red moon in the center of the eye, and then the like these red, almost like tear stains down the side, pulling away from your face.
Who was that one?
That was you, Keeko. Ted
Nice.
was literally like Kratos. He had like the fully white face and then like a lightning bolt style red line coming from like around the back of his head, covering over his tattoos and then moving down across his eye. Very, very Kratos-esque.
Yeah.
Should we roll? Should we roll
looks
for
so
how good we
cool.
do each other's?
Yeah, go on. Why not? Yeah,
What do you
episode
want to- what do you want us
6
to roll?
was the title.
So this is my role affects you and your role affects me. So don't
Yeah.
mess this up. You know.
Creativity from both of you, please.
Focus.
Creativity.
I'm focusing really hard on
Creativity
drawing.
from both of you, please.
Why does one say 6 + 6 + Nan equals 12?
Plus
Not a
sodium nitrogen, sodium nitrate. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
sure
capital
why it's.
N, A, capital N.
Yeah,
Well, that
that's
is,
sodium,
but-
sodium
that's
nitrate.
twelve.
NA,
That's an
NaN.
8. You're fine. You're fine.
Sodium nitrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, okay, both good. You get really good paint from me, just so you know.
Thank you. Well, I've got a -1, so you're very welcome.
12 for Keeko doing the face paint on Ted. 8 for Ted doing the face paint on Keeko. Yeah, you guys do a great job. Obviously, Keeko, as you look at your handiwork, you are very, very proud. Again, his design is very simple. You just basically take your hand, push it into the white grease paint and then just go over his whole bald head and face. You don't have to worry about hair. You don't have to worry about like keeping it in a certain spot. You just vaguely sort of do it over his whole head. And then you get 2 fingers, dip it in the red, and then just do like a straight line in a diamond shape coming down the side of the face. Very easy. Ted, obviously Keeko's got a very nice haircut. You don't want to get too much of the white paint in his hair.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be more courteous towards him.
Yeah, you do a good job. It looks very good.
I wish I had hair like that, you know.
It's why yours is so easy.
Yeah.
That's it. And as you make your way over towards Wong's tent, with your face paint intact, you watch as Wong sort of humming around, turns around, sees you and goes, "Oh, my friends! You have returned!"
Wong, good to see you.
Oh, where's your paint?
Oh, my face is naked. No! I shall rectify this immediately. Please wait here. Give me but 1 moment and I shall fix this travesty. Which as Wong rushes inside the tent, you hear the sound of stuff being thrown about, sound of chaos. You hear the sound of a cat screeching as a cat runs out of the tent. It's got white paint all down its back as it streaks off down, leaving a spray of white paint behind it, disappearing down. You hear Wong go, "Oh shit!" A moment later, you watch as Wong emerges with his face paint done, quite hurriedly and rushed. Brethren of the Flying Opera Company, I formally and humbly welcome you back to our beauteous tent here in Yokoya. Tell me, what deeds have you performed? What treasures have you plundered? What performances have you stunned the audiences with on your journey?
Can we be honest?
Well, yeah, we did have a lot go on.
Oh yes, that is very normal for a troupe of the Flying Opera Company. An esteemed group such as ourselves often find chaos, confusion, disarray out in the world. What you do, you make sense of it, you tame it to your will, and you get away with a lot of fat fucking gold. That's what I'm telling you. Fat purse jingling heavy.
Yeah, well, look at Ted. We did have a bit of that. Like, we did, I'll like sort of nudge him a little bit. We did get a bit rambunctious. We definitely caused a bit of trouble.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
One for gold, but I think he likes it now. I think Ted's a fan of gold now.
I'll pull out my hang on. My exact amount.
I understand that Airbenders 44 gold.
Look at my gold.
Look at all of that sparkling goodness. I must say, you have taken to this rather quickly. The last Airbender we had amongst our crew, Kyoshi's mother, would you believe? It took her a little bit to understand how important it was to get the clink of gold in your coin purse, jingling away at your sides. But I see you have mastered it very quickly, Ted. This is good. And what have you brought to split between the members of the Flying Opera Company?
Was that a requirement?
Of course! Our guild is funded by the generosity of the members.
I don't remember that in the job description.
Oh, I definitely mentioned it.
Can I? Do I remember him mentioning that? Is that a memory?
Do you remember him mentioning that? Do you remember him mentioning that, Brandon?
Brandon doesn't, but does Keeko?
I don't know. In this instance, I'm going to be a twat, and I'm going to say if Brandon doesn't remember.
He does not at all. Let me quickly go back to the episode.
To quote my favorite bard in Baldur's Gate 3, my final words, I'm going to call you Twat Sol Near in your eulogy.
So near.
Why you should play a bard. You get to call Near a Twat Sol to his face instead of a true soul. It's very, very fun.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, I like that.
We got.
I did do some shop. The squid ink was for
Oh, that's some. That was a refinement.
Squid ink. Crab squid ink. Crab squid ink is a rare and valuable resource and quite profitable if you know the right people on the black market.
I just remembered we lost it.
That was for that one. Yeah, no, that was.
This conversation. It's like an airbender on a kite, up and down, dizzying heights and crushing lows.
I do have one fur on me, don't I? I gave one because Lily's got one.
You have a single fur. Not quite the bounty I was hoping for, but we can make do.
I pull out the luxurious white fur.
Oh,
Because I had
this.
4, right?
Yeah, you have 4.
And
Should have 2.
Lily has 1,
Kyoshi
Kyoshi
has 1.
and I think you have 2.
Okay, sweet. I give him one of the furs. I'm like, straight from the throne room of the ex-leader of the water.
Oh, you actually wraps it around. He goes, oh, to think these furs have been touched by innumerable water tribe royalty. This is luxurious. I love it.
They're the furs of my people, and I've
Plundered. Plundered from the
Plundered.
Longhouse, taken from your own people. Keeko, have you no shame? I hope not, for you are a member of the Flying Opera Company, and your people are those who wear the paint upon their face nowadays. Very well done. This is might I say, a fine haul. It's a shame the crab squid ink was lost upon the way. If you had brought those back, I might have even called this one of our best hauls in recent years. But no matter. We shall go from strength to strength, my friends. This is wonderful. Was there, before I bury the lead, was there any more that you managed to recover?
The furs? Or
No,
anything?
but any other items? Any other items? Intrigue, a secret treasure chest, a key lost to time, gold, preferably. We like gold. We love gold. We really like gold. Oh, gold. Oh.
Okay. Another. Are you a fan of trinkets? Would one say?
I find myself strong of character, yet when walking through a market, my fingers find themselves sticky and drawn towards trinkets of all types that I may swipe into my pockets, expansive as they are. Yes, it has been said that Wong is a fan of trinkets.
Well, you're one of
Doodahs as
trinkets.
well, even.
Bird from royalty of the water tribe, and next, how about something from a king? One would say. You are aware of the yellow-necked bandits, yellow-scarf bandits?
Ruffians and brutes. They give Dauphin a bad name. There's no class, no theatre with the yellow necks. No, they are common banditry. Scum!
Not to be feared of anymore. As I hand him the scarf, the king is dead, and this is a scarf from himself. This is the scarf I took from him.
Sorry,
first.
This is no simple scarf from some common banditry. This is from the leader of the Yellownecks, King himself.
King's scarf himself.
I was not aware they had crowned a king of the bandits. How gauche. But I must say, to be gifted a royalty twice in one day, items of royal persuasion. Oh, I am finding a blush spreading across my neck and cheeks. This is fine work.
Consider them 2 wins of the Flying Opera Company as we've taken off.
We saw this day.
Bad elites to 1 bandit, 1 this gross evil king of his people. 2 people in their own rights, trotting down on the work.
You mean to tell me both of these taken from the clutches of villainy, as well as being items of some value?
The value is in the story they hold, and they're yours from us to you.
Keeko, you are a man after my own heart. The value is in the story they tell. Oh, I think I've just seen the price of these go up in double digits.
Exactly. Enjoy them. Put them in your showcase. Tell the stories on my behalf.
Oh,
Our behalf, Ted. That's like.
you are rather quiet, Ted.
Yeah, it's a collective gift.
You have been rather quiet, Ted. I do not wish to miss out on what stories you may tell. Tell me, how did you acquire this luxurious yellow scarf?
Well, I do actually have
Yes?
something I can.
You have something
you
for me
ever
as well?
had,
They say goodness comes in threes. Tell me.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of yogurt?
Is this what you've been messaging about?
Never.
Who reminded
Never.
you that you had yogurt in your inventory, Archie? I need to know names.
Well, no, I went into my inventory to see how much gold I had, and
I
then
don't
just saw
believe-
my rancid puddle of milk.
I don't believe for a second that someone did not help you with this.
No, I didn't say this. I had no involvement in
Andrew
this.
said white furs, and then I said, "What about my rancid milk?"
Who said who?
realized,
I
oh,
need
yeah.
to know who commented Yokoya is straight bussin' in our chat because that person is about to be booted from our campaign.
Can we
It's anonymous. Could be anyone.
Who typed that? I know it was Andrew. It was definitely Andrew.
where is this even found?
in
Don't
OBS
act like you don't
Ninja.
know.
I want names. Rat out your fellow members who typed that.
I don't even know.
I don't
Was it
even
you,
know.
Bree? You're laughing too much. Was it you? It was you. She's laughing so much at her own joke, it has to be Bree. Only Bree would enjoy her own comedy that much.
That's a good joke.
You kept talking bustling it was, and at one point you didn't say bustling properly, you said bussin'.
Oh, did I? Call that out on stream. If I misspeak, you've got to make a big deal of it so I get shamed.
No, but it's better
Yes,
for
I
us.
was going to
But
kick himself in the
you
campaign, I guess.
organically finding that message an hour later is so much better.
I was looking for evidence of like who told Archie about his milk. So, as yogurt, I believe I have heard of this treat. It is something the Air Nation make. Yes, using duck yak milk.
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah. It's like a
Sky bison. Why did I go for duck yak? They're fucking sky bison. Using
why you
sky
went-
bison milk.
I was just gonna leave it.
Oh, that's
Can you
terrifying.
draw it?
Duck yak is a
Can we get a
hilarious
drawing?
creature.
Can
What
we
would
get
that
a duck
look
yak,
like?
please?
Be like a giant. Can you imagine like a
Someone-
giant
Head of a
yak's
duck
head,
yak.
but then the duck's beak is like stretched across the whole thing? That'd be mad.
Charging at you.
No, yeah, sky bison milk, I believe. Yes, is left to
It's like fermented.
ripen, ferment. Oh, that word just rolls off the tongue. Ferment. Fermenty. Yes. So you have a sample of this for me.
Yeah. And I'll pull out my pile.
How's it? Sorry. No. Pile is not correct. Pile is reserved for solids, my friend. It's not. You can't.
Oh, no. It's a living creature at this point.
It'll be solid. Yeah.
It sounds like this. I realize that I've been walking around with someone who smells like rancid milk.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for ages too.
How have you stored this?
Oh, it's in a bag.
What kind of bag?
Probably like a pouch, I guess.
So you just there's a section of your rucksack, a little stitched on section that just contains this rancid milk. Somehow it hasn't dripped. Maybe the leather was waxed. Maybe it's some sort of linen that's been waterproofed.
Well, everything I have is waterproofed. Like all my things are waterproofed. Like my kite.
You did have extra waterproofing wax.
Yeah, so go
annoyingly,
fuck yourself.
we went through the process of describing you.
After.
Oh
No,
yeah,
shut
way
up,
later. No,
Bree.
way later. Yeah, no. I wasn't letting him off the hook. Don't worry. I was coming back in for the kill. This was to like lull him into a false sense of security. I was
Okay.
coming
I was
back
like,
in.
no, he can't have this.
Don't worry. I had this sorted. Ted, yeah, of course. Yeah, you waxed your kite. Yeah. As you reach in to the pouch, you find your fingers encounter a slimy mass.
Oh.
Yep.
It's like sticky, slimy. And as you pull your fingers free, you can see that rather than the whitish, creamy substance you were expecting, there is this dark black, greenish brown mold that has grown.
Okay, so when I dip my fingers in
Yeah.
and take it out, I say, Actually, I'm all out of yogurt.
Oh,
I
you
must have,
tease to promise
yeah,
my stomach. I am hungry. I have not yet.
I apologize.
Not yet partaken of this breakfast. Now that I am just going to be left to fast now.
I rolled focus to see whether or not I throw up or not. I rolled a 7. I think I hold it in.
It's
Barely.
stinks.
You do a
And
little mouth bomb.
what's more, you suddenly think you have an explanation for the shared brain cell. This thing's been shedding black mold spores the whole time. And if a little bit of black mold is enough to no, we're not. I'm not going to touch that. We don't need to go there. You know where I was going with that. You know where I was going with that. You know where I'm talking about.
I'm good.
You know where I'm going with that. If you know where I'm going with that, then it's fine.
milk.
What was that? Sorry.
Well, it would have been like
Yeah.
episode 2,
Yeah.
episode 3.
It's been
I'm
weeks.
pretty sure it was before Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But,
gross.
yep, well, no yogurt. Apologies.
Oh, there is an odor coming from this that is. You watch as his eyes begin to water. Quite pungent. If you could please remove it from the tent, that would be most appreciated.
Please move it.
Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of it.
As you walk outside, you watch as a passerby sort of goes, just throws up next to you.
I just deleted it from my inventory.
That's Ed. Sorry. No. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. How are you removing it from your inventory? How are you cleaning your bag out?
Yeet it.
Buy it. You have to buy a new bag.
Get a new bag.
Oh, okay.
Just fucking yeet it.
I'm
with
taking my coins out. I'll probably take. You know what? I'm just taking my coins out, and everything else I'm just gonna leave on the floor.
I almost imagine as you look at it, you're like, Master Scion did say that possessions tie us to the physical realm. You just throw the bag behind you, just yeet it off. Yeah, for sure.
How high could I airbend this bag?
Super smash this bitch.
Let's roll the skills and training and find out. I want to see if the bag explodes, showering everybody with moldy milk.
That's
I
what I'm
want to see
hoping
if it
for.
lands on Rangi's face.
Oh.
How's a 9?
9 looking fine. As you throw the bag up and airbend it, you watch as the bag, the blast of air catches it, and it goes, vanishes out over the ocean.
Sweet. I've still got my coins. I want that on
You've
the
still
record.
got your coins.
I still have my 44 coins on me, and my kite is also still with me.
Gold glint.
I have
Ted,
nothing else.
You check your coins. You did have 44 of them. Now you've only got 38. There's 6 coins missing.
I'm gonna kill him. I just counted them.
Yeah.
He nicked 6 of my gold.
As Ted walks out the tent, you watch as Wong turns to you and winks Keeko and then lifts up his hand and holds out some coins and goes, looks like someone wasn't paying attention.
I give him double finger guns.
Boom. Well, how long do you think it'll take him to realize and come back for these? Should I give them
I'll
to
come
you?
straight back in.
As
I'll
you
come
walk
straight
back in,
back
you
in.
watch as one goes, oh, these are my coins now. The cost of a valuable lesson.
Yes, yeah. Valuable lesson indeed.
No, I just got rid of my bag. I need money so I can buy new everything.
I am torn between my love of your money and the sense of pity I feel for the smell that you were carrying around with you. I can't even imagine what that must have
His
been like.
name is Jedd.
You named the mold living inside your bag.
No, I just named the smell.
Oh, I've just noticed we did actually have a disadvantage
That was
rolled.
after I rolled.
I'm
it.
still keeping that disadvantage then. That I'm marking it off. That is a disadvantage against you. If
Why
they're
doesn't say to me?
No, it just says give disadvantage, but I imagine it is to you. I'll tell you what, Tangent, it's up to you, buddy.
Yeah,
It's up to you, buddy. You can decide whether you want to keep that disadvantage, and I'll apply it to Ted at an appropriate moment, or if you just want to give a call
Or
out when you want it
anyone.
applied. Yeah, just give
It
it a call
does
out.
say, let's get that bag exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does say buy it.
Guess he missed that.
No,
Okay,
do you know what?
let's get
No,
that
do you know
back.
what? No. Sorry, Archie. That's my bad for looking too late. Roll this again. We're gonna see what happens.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yogurt for the yogurt god. Yogurt for the yogurt god. Yogurt
No.
for the yogurt god.
What am I doing again?
Let
Still
them
training?
eat mold.
For the god, you play.
Oh, even better. That's a 13.
Oh shit! Okay, so stick with the 9. So as we saw, 13. Unbelievable.
Great. Now I've used my good roll for the day. I hope you're happy. I'm gonna roll a fucking
I am.
1.
I'm gonna rule that as the bag, as the air clips the bag, you watch as a section of it blasts out, and you watch as a little bit of it rains down over the fishing village below. You're not sure who got hit and whether it was with the mold, but you don't want to find out.
Hey, Jedd, where are you?
I hate everything.
Oh yeah,
Because I rolled so high, can I say where it lands?
sure.
No, I want it to land in front of the
You fuck
tent.
yourself.
Rolled, so.
Land in front of.
The tent that Jedd's at or walking towards.
Oh, that's fine then. I'll never find that tent, so that's okay.
Jedd, as you're wandering around the lower market, looking for signs of Tomiko, at this moment, given that you rolled a 2, you don't even know who you're looking for. You forget what her name is. You forget kind of what she looked like. And it's at this moment you watch as something sails over the air and slams down onto the sand not too far from you, spraying this like black substance across the sand near it. And it reeks as it hits you. I'm going to have you mark a fatigue from this.
Oh, fuck.
Love you.
Wait. Is there a reason I would have 3 fatigue?
No, you should be fully healed.
I have 3 too.
You should be fully
I
healed.
also have 2 conditions, but I
No,
assume
you
that's
should be
just
fully
fine.
healed by now. You've had time on the boat to sort that out.
Okay, cool. It's all
It's
good
at this
then.
moment you are very distracted from what you're doing, and
Oh.
recognize this backpack. This is Ted's backpack.
It's like at the more I look at it, the more I'm like, no. Is that what that strange smell was? And I'm like, and I just have to run away.
You give it back
Just
to him.
step of the wind. Just take off. Yeah.
Push the bag back here.
Launch the bag back. I like that. Jedd, you've got no leads on Tomiko, no idea where to look, no idea who you're looking for.
I'm just going off vibes, and my vibe check is very off.
It's all of a sudden, as you're about to give up, you see her. Standing over, looks like she's dressed in simple fisherwoman's clothing, probably a disguise. You can see she's got a bucket full of fish, again, probably helping with the disguise. She's also missing her left arm. That must be new, but like it's definitely her. You rolled 2 1s, mate. There's consequences. 100%. 100%.
This
You
really
found
doesn't
her.
help.
You found her.
This really
She's right
doesn't help
there.
with like what I was like going for originally, but like
She's-
I have to go now.
She's
interact
really
with her,
taken
even
this
though that's
disguise
not
seriously. She's cut off one of her arms
that
for
wasn't
this.
what my plan was.
Yeah.
Fuck. My original plan was just to locate her so I can go tell Lilly later. You know what? I'm going to stick to that. Okay, I'm just going to take note, and so I can look like an idiot in front of Lilly later. That's all good.
All good. At this point, I'm going to say you will reconvene back with the rest of your groups. Back out the front of Rangi. Say, yes, Ted.
Can I go to the shops?
Yes, go to Quartermaster for sure. You, as you head on in, you can see Lily's like gleefully working away, mixing together vials like some sort of mad chemist, slowly screwing in sections of metal to form these grenades that she's working on. You can see the Quartermaster's looking over, occasionally stepping forwards and giving advice, but nothing much else. What would you like to do?
Okay. I just want to buy a new rucksack.
Yep, 100%. Cost you 5 silver, so half
Probably like a sleeping bag.
the gold. 2 more silver.
What else do I have? Maybe a new water skin.
Another silver. Just pay a gold. You can get a little pack of stuff that you might need.
Yeah, like a starter pack.
Yeah. Pay a gold. You can get a little starter
Adventure
pack.
explorers pack, adventurers pack.
Perfect. As you all reconvene at the front of Rangi,
Wait.
Keeko.
I want to go to the shop as well, and
Yeah.
I'd like to buy a luck pick. 'Cause I have a
buy
lot of
some
trouble with
lockpicks.
locks lately. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with lockpicks lately.
Would
So
have been good if you had that before.
yeah, it would have been really good.
Yeah, no, it's Keeko. As you make your way over towards the quartermaster, again, this is more for weapons and things. The quartermaster does have a little pack of supplies for soldiers. That's not something crazy, but as you're looking around, you can't see lockpicks anywhere.
Damn.
And as you sort of go to talk to the quartermaster, she walks on over. Yeah, what's up? Aichi, hey. You're with Lilly? No, Poppy.
Yeah, one of those names.
Poppy. Yeah, nice. What can I get you? You're looking around. You're looking lost. What's up?
Well, I don't know if you're gonna have it. No one has it, but I just want a little lockpick, and no one sells little lockpicks.
That's because lockpicks are illegal. Yeah, how many do you need?
Well, just a little set, please. Can I get like a small one, a large one in case it's a big keyway? Unless you got any. Oh, no. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. And if you have a rake as well, a rake would be really good as well, actually, just in case I can rake it done. But as long as I get like a pick, a turner, and a rake, I think they'll get me through.
Yeah, I can help you with that. It would just be a single gold piece, and you're good to go.
Okay, single gold piece. Thank you, I appreciate you.
What is
Since
around
when
the back?
did you garden, Keeko?
Yeah, picked it up, in the water tribe, a lot of gardening. So,
Do you want to describe what a rake is for those who might not be familiar with lockpicking tools? I get the sense that there's a few people who
It's a
aren't
rake.
familiar.
It
Hello, this is
not leaves off the
Yokoya,
grass.
and today we have a master SMB 7 luck. Anyone lawyer? Love that. A rake is essentially just like a little thin bit of metal, like a shim, but it's a wavy on it. So the idea is you can just stick it into a keyway and jiggle, and it'll set the tumblers. So you can turn it, break, and it'll set them up as you apply tension to the keyway.
It works on the theory that the tumblers, once you get them into the right spot, will kind of hold there a bit easier because of the way the grooves fit. And so you use this to kind of give just enough pressure to push them into spot and hold them in place.
There you go, guys. That was for you. Not for me.
I might even be able to get mine. I've got one here somewhere. I think it's might be in the cupboard. I'll see if I can find it. I've got a little lock picking set. Why not? Hey, I thought it'd just be fun.
Ali bought one a while back. It's fun to play around.
Yeah, I can unlock the practice lock super quickly and easily, but other stuff I'm not as good at.
CurvedInstruments.com. Need to buy.
I can do the practice lock in like 2 seconds, but like everything else is like a lot harder.
From the videos I see online, they don't seem that hard.
No, but it's harder than it looks.
no.
I got locked out of our house and I couldn't unlock the front door with it. I had to call a locksmith, and he saw me there with the tools. He's like, didn't work out. I was like, no, couldn't do it. And then he just pulled out some like electric one and just went, and then 2 seconds later the door opened. He's like, that'll be $200. And I was like, ah.
I just imagine there the missus like I can just call a lockpick. They're like, no, I've got this one.
We've got lockpicks at home. The lockpick at home. Hand over gold, you get your little set of lockpicks, Keeko. As you all reconvene outside the front of Kyoshi's tent, you can hear the sound of an animated discussion going on inside. Rangi's voice. I say Kyoshi's tent. It is technically also Kyoshi's tent. Rangi's tent. You can hear the sound of an animated discussion going on outside, and standing out the front is Rhinor the Earth Sage. He's currently seated cross-legged on the ground, eyes closed, fists together as if he is meditating. And as you approach, you watch as he cracks one eye, looks towards you all, then slowly stands up, cracks his back and goes, I believe they're almost done. Potentially, it might be worth if you head in and interrupt their conversation right now. You should go in. I think they're ready for someone to head on.
Lilly, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Finger
I
on
feel
nose.
like you're the one that will get at least in trouble if you enter first.
Sure.
As you push aside the tent flaps, you can see Kyoshi and Rangi standing quite close together. Kyoshi towering over Rangi as she looks down to her. Kyoshi's like 6'3", 6'4". She's giant. How tall is Kyoshi? I feel like if I get this wrong, I'm gonna get in trouble.
How many
Kyoshi-
avatars tall is she?
Oh, I figured that out last time.
6'6". She was just under 6'6". Fucking hell, she's tall.
I think she was.
Oh my
was
god,
like, I'm
Roku is
6'4", I'm like,
6'8". What the hell?
I was like, Jesus.
Is the whole
Roku's-
universe just tall?
Roku, no.
Ang's not.
Avatar 1 was only 5'8". And Cora's about that as well. 5'7", 5'8". That's nuts, man. Jesus Christ, Kyoshi's so tall.
Aang looks like he gets tall though. Like King as old he is, Aang looks like he's tall.
I don't think Aang's that tall.
When he's older?
Yeah, we don't know exactly how tall she is. We know she was somewhere between 6 feet and taller.
7.
Wait, 6 feet's not 183 centimeters, is it? Isn't it 185?
No, it's
It'll be like
181, isn't it?
190 is 6'4". Yeah,
Oh, I'm taller than I thought I was then. I'm 185 centimeters. I always thought I was like exactly 6 foot, but I guess I'm slightly over.
You were like 6'2", I think, around there.
No.
You're like 6'10", 6'10".
So 185 is.
I don't know the word about my height, Archie.
It's nearly
That's
6'1".
two different. That's two different measurements.
185 is nearly 6'1".
Huh. Taller than I thought I was. It's because we use the correct metric system and I don't have to deal with this imperialistic bullshit.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with feet. Yeah, fuck.
Depends which king is currently in power, right? How many feet I am. As you step inside the tent, you can see Rangi's kind of like standing up to Kyoshi, but Kyoshi just towers over her as she looks down, and you can see Rangi and Kyoshi have both been in the middle of a frank discussion. It's not necessarily an argument, but you can see it is on the way to being there. And as you push through and step into the tent, Lily, do you say anything or just like walk in right next to them? Hi!
As I like open up the tent, I'll be like, "Hey, Rangi. Hi, Kyoshi."
You watch as they both kind of pause
sorry.
for a moment, turn and look down towards you, and Rangi goes, "Hi, Lily. Good to see you again."
Am I interrupting them?
No, Kyoshi
I
wasn't
totally
listening
am.
anyway. Nope, it's all good. Kyoshi wasn't listening anyway, so come on in. Oh, is everyone else out there?
Good at that.
Come on in. As you say that, you watch as Kyoshi shoots you a filthy look, and Rangi smiles a little bit as you go, "Oh yeah, she's good at that." You watch as Rangi just like, there's a little smile as she looks to you. Kyoshi just goes, she looks down
I'm
at
on
you.
Rangi's side here.
Right. Well, that's good to know.
She's the one that does. She's the one that pays us.
Yeah.
She sort of sighs and goes and sits on the bed, puts her head in her hands and wipes her temples. So rubs her temples, goes like, "Yeah, look, I imagined that we had built a bond of camaraderie, but it's good to know that you still follow the money. Good.
Hey, I didn't say I follow the money. That's him. I just like Rangi because I think she's fun.
Yeah, I'm fun. I'm also going to be pretty serious now, though. What the fudge has been happening with you lot? Where have you been? What? I send you out to go pick up some furs and some stuff, and then I hear of like a showdown in Air Nation control. Well, not really control, but like near Air Nation territory. I hear of explosions, the wiping out of an entire bandit group, and then reports from the Southern Water Tribe that have come in this morning. I'd love to know what's happening, guys.
Well, we found the furs and food and all that kind of stuff. Turns out it was taken by Fifth Nation, so we took care of that.
Just define take care.
They're not a problem anymore.
Fifth Nation is stopped, which is
Yep.
good. Well, mostly stopped, and there's no more Corn, Captain Corn,
Admiral
he's
Corn.
Yeah.
Admiral Corn. Yes.
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass.
Dead.
Mr. Glass is gone.
Admiral Corn's gone. Chief of Water Tribe's son is back, and now probably Chief.
Yeah.
Yes, Sonak. I have some information here about him. The Fire Nation had been keeping tabs on him. It was believed that his defection to the Fifth Nation could potentially prove a destabilizing element within the Water Tribe. But
Well, that was correct.
oh, right.
I'll say.
Okay.
To an extent.
Right. So what happened with that?
Well, you see,
His daddy is
look,
nuts.
yeah, I went up with.
He went off the deep end.
Right. So
Went off the
that's
deep
why
end.
that's why you killed him.
Yes.
Well, he tried to hurt he did hurt his son. It looked like he was going to kill him, and then he tried to arrest us all, and he wanted to hurt us. And then
He
we
lied
defended
about
ourselves.
having a feast.
He did
he
lie
had to
about
die.
it. He did. He did do that.
I don't think I went through this at the start, and maybe that's on me, but I thought this was pretty self-explanatory. You absolutely cannot go around murdering the leaders of different nations. That puts us in a very precarious position.
This under the rug just for now.
Do you reckon I can sweep this? What? Who with? With me? You don't want me to tell you off for this?
Yeah, can we just like not do this?
Please table this issue.
Yeah, just table it just for now. Just for now. We'll get back to it just for now.
Oh, sure. Let's just table it. Great. Okay. Then you can tell me all about the fucking spirit then.
Okay. I was going to bring up
Mr. Squiggly guy.
Mr.
Yeah, Mr.
Squiggles. He's a great guy.
I had the most disturbing missive arrive from a Master Sean in the Air Temple, Southern Air Temple, come through, what's that, last night before, 2 nights ago, saying that you had been, particularly you, Ted and Jedd, that you had been banished from the Air Temples for your involvement with our group. Look, I think the Air Nation...
No new update with me.
What was that?
No new update then for me.
You were banished. I did not know this before, though, so that is an update for me. You did not share that you were being banished from the Air Nation. That is not... I did not know that at the time. That is news.
Okay.
To be fair, he wasn't fully banished. It was just like a, hey, don't come here.
That's called
So
banishment.
he is now newly banished from the Air Temple.
I was banished beforehand.
I really
like a
feel like
formal
you're
banishment.
arguing a point here that doesn't make you look better. That
It doesn't-
the
no, it
more
doesn't.
you
That's
argue
fine.
this, the less I'm thinking of you with how this makes you look. I just want that to be clear.
That's fine.
Right. Said you've been consorting with some spirit of unknown origin and intent, that
Consorting.
you had done a bare minimum, a mediocre attempt to understand its motives before setting it loose. In fact, I have here...
I don't think
That's not true.
No, he wasn't there. We got to know him really well before we set him loose. It turns out...
So
Air
you did
Nations,
set him
they
loose.
weren't being that
So
nice.
this missive is correct. You did set this spirit loose.
Yeah, but it's because the Air Nation weren't being very nice to the spirits, and there's a lot of evidence about that being true. Sorry, Ted and Jedd, but old Air Nation people weren't very kind to spirits, and he's a nice guy. Like he's up there with the greats in my eyes. He's the sunset spirit. He's right up there with the ocean and the moon spirit in my eyes.
Kyoshi, I must say the most surprising thing.
important.
The most surprising thing to me in all of this is that you went along with this. Surely you, of all people, with your history with spirits, what the fuck were you thinking? You watch as Kyoshi sits there and nods and goes like, I wasn't convinced at first. I made my thoughts about this pretty clear at the time. I think I might have even been a bit threatening to the group.
Yeah, you nearly got us all killed. Yeah, like multiple times.
Only some of you would have been killed. I could probably have saved some of your lives. But I have to say, the spirit gave me no reason to doubt its word, and I think perhaps I have been too harsh on spirits. I think it's because of my experience with Father Glowworm and what happened with you. I think I had shut myself off from this part of who I am. The Avatar is the bridge between worlds. And I really hadn't given 2 shits about spirits before this. And I think perhaps that was wrong. And I'd like to think we helped actually restore and right an injustice. To restore a spirit to its home here and right an injustice that had been done to it. And if that is not restoring balance, then I'm clearly not cut out to be the Avatar and someone else should take the job from me. That to me just seems like the bare minimum of what I should be doing. And while I had my doubts, same as you, this team assured me. We went and researched the Southern Air Temple Library. Sean's rather dire missive that he has sent, this negative missive. I think it is coloured somewhat by his sense of betrayal. He had just restored Jedd's status as a Air Nation monk again, and then within an hour had rescinded it and banished Ted. Obviously, the situation with the chief of the Southern Water Tribe was less than ideal, but as we've tabled that, I feel no need to justify myself further. No. I never agreed to table it. I just jumped onto the spirit because I thought you would want to talk less about that than about the chief of the Southern Water Tribe. I was trying to double bluff
We love
you.
Mr. Squiggly Boy. He is the best.
Okay, fine.
It's just a shame you never got to meet him, honestly.
If you look at the sunrise, you may see him.
He may
Sunrise. Isn't he the sunset spirit?
Sunset, sorry, I'm
You know,
tired.
we do need to go meet his brother, the Sunrise Spirit, but that's another time.
Yeah, he's around
No,
somewhere.
no more spirits. No, no.
Then I gotta go catch a fish.
We are running a bit low on food if you are talking about heading out and helping the fishing
we did
boats.
bring some food and some birds.
Okay, so I guess let's
Also,
tick off.
We did
First,
get
food.
the ink.
You got the ink.
Some of it. Some of it was lost, but we did get some of it.
I'll
You got 3.
I'll take some of it.
Take it all.
Do you have it with
It's
you?
all
Where
yours.
is it?
Yeah. It's in one of their backpacks.
Yeah, I've got 3 squid ink.
It's at that moment you realize it was in Archie's backpack and he launched it up. No.
I 3 valves of squid ink.
Okay.
Here you
Okay.
go, Rangi.
Excellent. No, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. And the furs and food, you had no trouble recovering those?
We had to buy new ones, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, can you let me know how much you had to pay for that? I will reimburse you for that. You shouldn't have had to.
No, it's all good.
Okay. We're not tabling the conversation about the chief of the Southern Water Tribe.
Fuck.
What the fuck happened?
How can I buy that conversation off you somehow?
No. Lily,
Shit.
I'm looking at you now.
Yeah,
What
Yeah.
happened?
I like Kyoshi better now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you hoping for 0 accountability?
Yeah.
If it helps,
Grow up.
I was the-
Doesn't
if
exist.
it helps, I was the one that sort of made it happen. It is on me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically what happened is we went to the water tribe and we went and spoke to the chieftain and we were like, hey, look, we've rescued your son. And he was like, oh my god, my son, we're gonna have a big feast because you guys brought back my lovely son. And then he
So obviously
punched
you
him in
killed
the
him.
stomach. Then he punched his son in the stomach
Okay, that's less than
and
ideal.
started ranting and raving about I don't know, power and justice or something. I tuned out of that part. I'm not into politics.
Which is
Um,
Kyoshi nods,
how he
puts
was
her hand up and goes, he bad guy monologued Rangi. He was bad guy monologuing.
Yeah.
Which
He
is
was
Rangi goes
talking
like,
about how he wanted to forcibly unite all the tribes together under his
Yeah.
rule. And
I
yeah.
told him I told him that he was acting a little bit crazy, and then he started acting more crazy, and then I think more people in the court started realizing that he was acting pretty crazy. And then he started trying to attack us. So I put a bomb under his seat. You know how have you ever heard of a whoopee cushion?
yes.
Yeah, so think about a whoopee cushion, but it explodes in fiery mess of shrapnel.
So a death
I put one
trap.
of them under his chair.
So a death trap.
Yeah, it would
And
only
he-
be a problem if he sat on it.
and he sat on it.
And you
that's
put it
why.
under a
And he
chair.
sat on it. Yeah, I put it under.
So-
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is this thing's only dangerous if someone was to sit on it. They don't know this, and
Yeah.
you put it underneath a
No, no,
implement, a piece of furniture designed purely for the act of
Yeah.
sitting down.
Everyone saw it being placed, so it's on him, honestly.
But you were a moment ago taking responsibility for this,
Yeah.
Jedd. What responsibility
yeah.
do you play in this?
I may have pushed him.
He told me to.
Right. So actually, effectively, what you did was blow him up.
We didn't expect it to be that effective. But yes.
That's what happened.
We
Yeah, there's a few steps to get
resolved a political issue with
Minimal casualties.
Here's the problem.
Sonak's
He
doing
also
better.
did throw in the avatar, so hey.
yeah,
Saying
he
that-
was being really mean to Kyoshi. So
Okay, well, obviously,
like-
still fuck him. But in this instance,
Yeah,
fuck that guy.
so
Obviously,
we-
the worst. But still,
so we just got
punched
rid
his
of
son, threatened my love, was a dick, threatening to throw Keeko in jail.
He was crazy.
Sure,
Great.
but you
Someone
have to
had to put him
understand.
down.
That seems a big leap, and you have to understand the problem that it presents. Kyoshi, this is why I wanted to make sure that you weren't just doing stuff out on your own sometimes. Sometimes it helps to have someone with a bit of a political mind. There's been missives out of Ba Sing Se already. I was going to try and keep this from you, but there's no point. You'll see them. They're everywhere. There's already reports that Kyoshi, you and a team of assassins went to... Don't get excited by this. This is
Wong will
bad.
be happy.
Stop looking happy.
No, Wong.
Bad ass.
I don't, fucking Wong. Team of assassins, led by the Avatar, deposed the true leader of the Southern Water Tribe, and are now...
I would argue we put the true leader on the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure you would, but that's not what is being sent around to all other nations. I've already had 6 messenger firehawks from the Fire Nation asking for Kyoshi to swear fealty to the current Fire Lord, so that
Can
she
we kill
will
him
not...
too?
Do we need to take him off
No.
I have more bumps.
Oh, yeah.
He sits on a
that's...
chair sometimes.
So, don't worry about that. This is like going to be the least of your worries for the next couple of days.
Why?
We also have news that the remaining Yellowneck Bandits and Fifth Nation teamed up with, what were they called?
Fubai.
The Elite Task Force.
Fubai.
Goodbye.
Fubai, and have fun. We need to organize something to do with that.
Oh yeah, they were spying on us, and then I told the guy to stop spying on us, and I paid him.
I don't know why you didn't kill that dude. Like, we're already so deep in, you should have just killed him.
Well, I haven't killed anyone.
That's
well, I've killed people, but I didn't kill recently. I haven't killed anyone. I think.
Oh, you really undersold some of this on your resumes.
I'm still 0.
Yeah, I think I did.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You are definitely not 0.
I made other people do the killing. It doesn't count.
On the beach,
I didn't give you my resume.
Not literally. I hired you.
Oh yeah, do you want our resumes?
I recruited you to make my life less complicated. How do you feel if you were to do a self-assessment? How do you all feel you are going in that regard?
Maybe like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, we freed a spirit. We like set the spirit back on its right course. We killed Admiral Glass.
We've helped Kyoshi.
We helped Kyoshi.
The only metric.
We got you your furs and your
We
food.
destroyed a Fifth Nation fleet.
Yeah, we've got a close relationship now with the Wolf Cove.
I didn't need that. I already have Kyoshi. I've just got 5 more of her now.
Also, if you want, I feel bad. So like, here's 100 gold and here's like 200 silver.
The fuck? Where did this come from?
I already had 40.
So you know how like killing Admiral Glass is really profitable.
Oh, okay. So at least you cashed in the bounties. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, we're not idiots.
Well, I don't know if I'd be giving myself that much of a glorious gassing up of the tanks right now.
We sort of just slipped and we kept slipping because one situation just led to the other, and that's just how we got here. Okay.
Oh, if I had a gold for every time Kyoshi told me that. Kyoshi does
have 100 gold.
You'd probably have about 10
Would
gold,
you have-
yeah. I've used that excuse a number of times. The situation just gets... Look, I've told you, Rangi, no plan survives contact with the enemy or contact with the Avatar, or contact
also got
with the
attacked by
Avatar's
this
best
giant,
warriors.
Giant weightlifting. Hell yeah.
Assassins, best warriors.
No, do not call yourself
All
assassins.
these
Do
my
not call yourself
resume.
assassins. Do not call yourself assassins.
So on that note,
One right now.
we were talking about
Do not.
They're on my resume.
Do not call.
Best assassin.
We are already having enough trouble because of our association with Laogay. Okay?
So on that note, we need to
how's
actually talk
Laogay?
about how like
He's an assassin. We don't like him.
our group, like our enemies, have formed a singular group. So we were discussing with Kyoshi here, having different groups to go off and do stuff. We were thinking of like sort of detaching ourselves because we know we're a problem, and doing stuff
not a problem.
separately from you guys, but also helping you guys indirectly.
That's actually a really good plan. I can publicly denounce you for your actions in the
That was the
Southern
main
Water
purpose,
Tribe.
yeah.
Separate,
and say that
But then-
Kyoshi tried to stop us. Yep.
and then what? Keep you working for me, and obviously for Kyoshi, as a
Through messages. Yeah.
right. Have you as almost like an unofficial, like go do the things we can't do in official capacity.
Hit squad. Yep.
No,
Assassins.
no.
Warriors.
Warriors is good. Mercenaries,
Warriors
I can.
of Kyoshi.
You watch as Kyoshi nods. Rangi turns towards her and Kyoshi nods and goes like, "Told you, told you. I can,
No,
I
we
can
can't
do-
use Avatar in our name.
I can do good plans as well." And yeah, you definitely can't use Avatar. You're supposed to be separate. But if you wanted to,
Anti-Avatar.
well, I mean, we could also solve another problem at the same time. The Flying Opera Company.
What, they're
Really
really good?
tricky to justify continuing working with them. They're a Dao Fei group. I know Wong's been having a cushy time here at camp, but he really needs to either give up this whole Dao Fei thing or he needs to
Die.
leave. No,
no, yeah.
we can't kill Wong.
Lily, no,
Wong has
Lily,
saved Wong has saved my life. Well, he's almost saved my life. Well, I saved my life while he was sort of nearby,
Present.
Fair.
Yeah.
but like he was there and he was friends with my
I don't
mum.
think
He's a good
I-
man.
they could
I'd rather
definitely
not have
relay
Wong
messages to us.
That might also solve another problem. We can publicly,
Instead of us, what you're trying to think of, us go with them, I don't think that's wise.
yeah.
I don't like Wong.
Because I
love
feel like
Wong.
we'll get them into way more trouble than they're ready for.
Yeah, we're going to need to come up with some sort of name or moniker that we can give you to keep you separate from
What's
our
the-
activities here.
What's the...
Kyoshi's Warriors.
No, that doesn't keep you separate from what's going on here. That just ties you tighter to me. Have a think. We don't have to come up with this right now, but
Does
this
the
is
Red
good.
Lotus exist? Just out of curiosity. Do they exist yet?
Oh, good question. I mean, the Red Lotus, their entire thing is to fuck with the Avatar. If you
Yeah.
guys are the origin
So
of
if
the
we-
Red Lotus,
Like, if
That's
we get
not
to... Like,
good.
if we're like the...
But as like
Thing
a
that-
bit.
Because we've been denounced by the Avatar.
no, it was after the 100-Year War that they Jai Bao. Marco, I think one of your descendants
Oh, Jesus,
or one of
no.
your family, Jai Bao, disgusted with the society in the wake of the 100-Year War and believing it to become mere lapdogs of the Avatar. So this was after. So this could actually be Marco's fucking great grandson who does this.
That's kind of funny.
Holy shit!
Oh, yeah, I know. That sounds like
That
a bad
tracks.
thing to do. Yeah, that sounds like a fuck up we would make.
He made a wish.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
So there were a group known as the Autumn Leaves, a group of anarchists who were working on Jasmine Island. You could easily take their name if you wanted as well.
That sounds awesome.
Autumn
I
Leaves.
am more than
Leaves.
happy to be named after a plant.
Autumn leaves. That sounds
Autumn
beautiful.
leaves. Sorry, autumn.
They
With a
sought to end the
downfall.
dominance of councils, eliminate outside influences, looking for an anarchist
That sounds
system.
like us.
It does sound a bit like you guys, and it does fit with what you've just done, killing the leader of the Southern Water Tribe. That's really cool. So this group doesn't truly form until during the actual, like, the end of the 100-Year War. But I mean, they could have gotten the name from you guys. Like the name could have hung around, and they were like, oh, we need to align ourselves with like-minded anarchists. We're going to take this name. Whereas the Red Lotus, really, the connection's not there.
No, it's not.
But
I was just
the
like,
autumn,
does it
the
exist?
autumn leaves is good, and it kind of implies the assassin shit you guys are thinking, because like in autumn leaves fall from the tree, like kind of does fit a little bit. Yeah,
It's just like how our first big fight started. Someone fell from a fucking tree.
yeah.
That's
true.
been that dumb.
Fell from a tree. Game of
Right.
Thrones.
No, look, this could be good. The other thing I was going to say though is we do have a group who do unofficial stuff for me, but not like their whole thing is to stay discreet and out of the public eye. You've met them.
The guys
the
that are
black,
just outside.
Is it
the Black Orchid. You've met them.
They're not
What
very
I-
discreet.
Well, really?
We know them.
Well,
Yeah, big
yeah, I
black
told them to go and
Exile.
I told them to contact
guys.
you
Yeah, they haven't been very like secretive at all.
because I
Yeah, they
told
should
them
probably
not.
change the sail of their ship if they want to be more secretive.
Yeah, sticks out.
very obvious.
Yeah, probably fair. But so you lot are going to be the opposite of that. You're going to be, well, still working for us, but you're the public scapegoats. That's what I'm thinking.
Scapegoats. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, the
Can we make
scapegoats
sure that it gets,
isn't
like-
a bad name either.
Can I get like?
Yeah, you're right. It's not.
The scapegoats is actually a pretty good name.
But that makes it way too obvious as well.
Yeah.
Can I get like a better like wanted poster if I'm gonna be a scapegoat? Because I don't like my old wanted poster. Like,
Can I have a wanted poster?
You already.
Do we
have
all have a
right?
wonder poster?
You'll
think we
all
already
have to
have
have wanted
guys.
posters by the end of this, yeah, for sure.
Can you draw mine by hand?
Me?
Yeah, like or just someone rather than.
Can I draw it? I
Yeah,
draw a
yeah, yeah.
Figure.
Yeah, I want a drawn picture.
Okay. They are all drawn. There's no cameras
how
haven't
like-
cameras haven't been invented yet, you dimwit.
Yeah, but like I want like someone who's not
Good.
artistic drawing.
You want someone who's not artistic to draw you.
Just-
That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, look, we can do that. Why
They'll
not?
just look like schematics and blueprints of
Actually-
a bomb, but vaguely human shaped.
To be honest, I'm going to deliberately do your wanted posters so they don't look as close
us?
to you as they could. I want them to be vague to give you. I mean, I can't have you hunted by the other. I can't have you
You
hunted
can
by
make me
the.
look old.
Yeah, I'll
Already
we'll,
old.
we'll deliberately do it so that it's not quite. It resembles you enough that if you wanted to draw attention to it, you could. But if you don't, you've got plausible deniability because I think we need to keep you separate from all of that, if we can.
I like this.
I agree.
It's good.
Sounds
Good.
good.
We've got more to talk about. But for now, that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
I don't think we have anything else to talk about. That's everything covered.
No, it is not.
We haven't really talked about Little Island yet.
That was good,
What
chat.
What island?
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It's been a pleasure being back in the world of Avatar. We will be back next episode to do more of our Legacy of Kyoshi campaign. For those of you who are joining us tomorrow night, we have our Return of the Giants campaign, our 5th edition D&D adventure. Very excited for that, and something which I will share. I was going to keep it as a Twitch-only announcement, but I'm happy to share it. Once we finish up Legacy of Kyoshi, we're going to do a little D&D adventure with these lovely players here. They've been playing Avatar for a while. I understand that they're missing a little bit of D&D. The other thing that we could do, if you're interested, for those of you who are fans of Subnautica, I've been playing around with a Subnautica TTRPG idea, and I think I've got the rough outline of what we could do with that if you wanted to have a go with it. No, D&D. I can see it in your faces. D&D. It is D&D. Done. We'll do D&D.
first.
D&D first, but
Yeah.
I am down for
That is
Subnautica.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like playing new TTRPGs.
Hey,
Like,
what about a Baldur's Gate TRPG?
That's just D&D.
Oh,
you
that's a good
fuckwit.
idea. That's a
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, it took me a second. I'm like,
Play.
huh?
Okay. We'll do. I tell you what. We'll do that straight away. We'll do Baldur's Gate TTRPG. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We are going to go and raid Critinimus. They're doing their Vecna Eve of
Oh my
Ruin
God.
D&D campaign. I'll get that loaded right now. Make sure, if you have enjoyed this episode and any other episode, to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you can leave a comment, it really, really helps us out. We are well on our way to getting to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are well and truly on the way to that. If you can get us there as quickly as possible, though, that would be amazing. Obviously, we get to do subscriber specials when we hit those milestones, and I've got a really, really fun one in mind for 2,000. So if you help us get there really
And
quickly.
you get to pick who you want to listen to out of the 3 campaigns, but obviously it'll be Avatar. Continue.
There will be a vote. Awesome. We will see you all next time. Until then, stay safe, stay well. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.